My name is Chris Claremont. You're watching Omni X-Men.
Hi, I'm Bob McLeod, and you're watching Omni X-Men.
You're watching X-Men Omni with Justin and John. And their good friend, Hank.
Hell yeah. Yes, gentlemen, ladies, rejoice. Omni X-Men has returned in 2026. We're kicking it off. We're continuing the omnibus that we've been enjoying this season, diving back into Claremont's incredible run on Uncanny X-Men. We are in omnibus, I guess you'd say number 5, or the one I'm doing is the Mutant Massacre prelude, prologue omnibus. We are enjoying our way through this era of Uncanny X-Men, and I'm going to keep saying that until our guest agrees. But I'm talking about me specifically and this guy.
Yo,
Justin.
it's new year, man. Look at this. We're in 2026 now. I don't have a hat on. This is crazy.
Hey, it's an exciting opportunity for some new comic books to enjoy, some new mutants here tonight.
Yes. And hey, we get some Art Adams goodness tonight. I am really excited to highlight.
We definitely do.
Art Adams. So
it's
gonna be good.
And how are you doing, man? How are things?
I'm doing good. Just coming off of a little bit of a cold over the weekend, but otherwise things are good. Staying busy. So
definitely some things going around. I feel a little scratchy, but still going strong.
Just got to kill it with one of these things,
Well, I did go with the Tony Old Wolf medication this evening. We'll see how well that plays out.
Anything Tony does, it works perfect. So,
as a reminder, the link for Justin's channel is down below because next week we're on his channel for the second half of this story. So you're going to want to be subscribed. You're going to want to hit that notification bell and follow along so that you're not missing out on any of the excitement as we roll through the second half, second quarter of this omnibus through into the summer.
We're like this right now.
Yeah, we're very early in the omnibus for sure. We have a special guest tonight.
Oh yes.
I hung out with him off air last night, so I feel like I've been seeing him a lot. Got to meet him in person for the first time last year. Worth the wait. We joke, we bring him back because
he's a diehard.
I don't know if there's an opposite of that. Not the mutant fan, not the big mutant reader. Batman give you all the live long day. Yeah. Indie comics.
Indies, yeah.
He knows it all. I bow to his wisdom in this area. The goal here is the education. We're trying to educate. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's a good way to put it.
The bearded comic bro. What up, Greg?
Greg.
Hi guys.
Are those tears? What is that?
Yeah.
Joy.
You guys are all talking about being sick. My wife is sick right now. I was trying to sit next to her and get sick so I could cancel tonight. But, lo and behold, I'm here, and lo and behold, I read something that has mutants in it. So
New Mutants Special Edition, one and only.
And Asgardians. It's got some Asgardians in there.
Yeah. like you say, like, to educate me. I don't know if these are the comics that are the ones that
those people that make the videos that are like 5 Daredevil books if you've never read Daredevil.
Yeah.
These are not the mutant books.
John's like, these are the 5 X-Men mutant books that you should not read if you're trying to get your friend to like mutant books. But we don't care. We just want him to read them.
No, we're just ripping band-aids off here, left and right. But here's what I love, Greg. You're always willing to go for the ride. You're always down to clown, and I appreciate the joy you have for this medium of comics and these creators in this world, and the fun you're willing to have with the fun books.
Yeah. So now I do have to ask. Like, I saw Art. Like, they did the intro. They don't watch the show regularly, do they?
Never, not as far as we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
they
like,
don't, but.
Because if they do, I want to put a disclaimer out that, like, this is the only issue I read. Apparently the story continues next week, they say.
It does.
I'm not going to read that. And so like, this is the only issue I know. So like, so anything I say and represent about your artwork here today is purely from the idea of, I have no idea what I'm coming into and I have no idea where it's going. And that's
which is the beauty of it. Yeah. Now I do know we have one very talented comic creator who does sometimes roll through our chats. Greg LaRoque, known to pause down and pop in from time to time.
He does pop in.
So you never know.
Someone I met in person a couple.
I think
last year I met in person. So
yeah. By the way, he's gonna be back. He just told me he confirmed he'll be back at Terrificon this summer.
I didn't.
Nice.
Oh, see, I met him at Lexington.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, because last year he didn't do that, but I knew he did. He did a bunch of shows. So that's cool. That's cool.
One day you got to bring him with you out to WonderCon Anaheim and go to Disneyland with him or something.
That'd be great. And not call you.
Be his assistant. Yeah, don't let me know. Just be his assistant. Let's say hello to some friends in the chat before we get into the shenanigans here tonight. Tailgating early. This is 10:48 a.m. my time. So
what a guy.
This is early this morning. Maddie was in the chat ready for this. He was hanging out off air with Greg and I last night.
And I got issues with Matt because last night off air, he was like, oh, this is going to be so much better than the last ones they made you read. Spoiler alert. No. No.
We got Ruben Guzman, the White Tiger, in the chat. What's up, Ruby G?
Ruben.
We got Matt who says, don't have a lot of experience with New Mutants, but I'm interested in what you guys have to say about them. Thanks in advance. I'm all ears.
Nice.
There you go. Same here, Matt, but I have a lot to say. And Greg's link is down below. Instagram, YouTube, it's all down there. Let's see here. Can't wait to hear Greg's thoughts. There it is. New Mutants. It's 2024 again.
Yeah.
We're back. We're going back. We got Magic Lasso. He says, hello, Xers, John, Justin, Greg, Rachel Dinners, Diana Ross, fresh from the New Year's Eve experience at Times Square. Stick around. Justin sings The Fate of Ophelia. Oh goodness. He's not singing any
he said,
what is that?
That's Taylor Swift.
Taylor. Yeah, Tay-Tay. No Tay-Tay tonight. Got Adam make stuff up.
If you ride in the car with me and the girls to school every day, we get listen to Tay-Tay. So.
There you go.
Hey, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. I don't have teenagers in my car anymore. They don't ride with me. Candace, she was our guest last time, and we will have trivia about that episode at the end of tonight, so be ready for that.
Candace just got engaged, by the way, over the new year.
She did. Yes, congratulations, Candace.
Sorry to put that out there. Well, she posted it, so it's out there.
Still never on time, says JP. I mean, come on. Greg says, I hated you. Oh my gosh, this chat on fire already. Just breathe. Finally got a real X-Men expert on the show.
Game recognizes game, baby. Game recognizes game.
So good. She does have difficulty typing in the chat with that extra weight on the finger. Yep.
There it is.
Let's see here. Let's see. Bearded Cowboy likes to torture himself. No, we like to torture Greg. It's an us thing.
Yeah.
Nope. They literally. I don't get a pick. Everyone else gets a pick. Whatever. John just says, "This is one you're gonna do. Are you free? Cool."
Not the best intro in the X universe. No. Yeah. No. Oh my, Greg.
Tony.
Good to see you, Tony. We got Bobby in the chat. What's going on, Bobby?
Station, Bobby.
Good to see you, my friend. Oh my gosh, this chat. C Bizzle, what's going on, C Biz? Good to see you. Happy Tuesday Eve to you, sir. Let's see here. We got Kenneth Bird. What's going on, Kenneth? Let's see here. Justin's giving away my secrets. All right, gang. So yes, welcome to the show tonight. We're back. Sorry I took so many minutes to get us going. This is a long, triple-sized, I would say, issue. Very, very mad. We don't skimp when we got Greg on the show here. So.
Yeah.
And buckle up, gang, because I don't care how short John's trying to make this show. I've got things to say, and this is a long issue.
We'll get to it all.
I love it.
But as a reminder, stick around to the end. We ask trivia at the end of the night about last episode, issue 199, over on Justin's channel when we had Candace on the show. And the goal is the first two answers that are correct get on our giveaway wheel. and the answers that Greg enjoys the most get on the giveaway wheel. So lots of goodies. One of the big prizes is this original sketch cover by the Frame Brothers. So this is sketched and colored by the Frame Brothers. It's gorgeous. So you can win that along with a whole variety of prizes we give away at the end of the season. But you got to get on the wheel by answering the trivia question or entertaining Greg. So be there for the end of that.
Does a guest get on the wheel just for showing up? Because I'm never going to get trivia.
No.
You would be great though, Greg. You just if you all the jokes you bring
got to be funny. Yeah, you're not on the wheel yet, buddy.
And no, you'd be.
You show up next week. You're here for the show. You could answer all the questions.
Yeah, you get 4 like every time.
You just got to show up at the end of next week's episode.
All right, gang, you're free. You don't have to worry about me competing. You're good.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's dive right into the book. Let's see here. Let me bring up the slideshow here for you, gang. We are talking about, like I said, New Mutants Special Edition number 1 of 1. There are no other ones.
Wait, I think you said it continues later.
The second half is in Uncanny X-Men Annual number 9. It's the one with Storm throwing the hammer of Mjolnir around.
Also, you guys see this? I actually have this copy.
Yeah, I know. Let's blow that up.
I got it at a thrift store, I think the day after, or flea market the day after you said it. So maybe we'll do a special giveaway. You can have Greg's Hate Red comics.
Greg will sign it for you if you want.
I won't sign it because I won't ruin it, but I'll send it to somebody.
I like that.
As a reminder, this book came out in fall of '85. Art by Art Adams and story by Chris Claremont. But let's talk first about this wrap around cover. This cover is wild. Lots of things going on here. Foreground, middle ground, background. Justin, I don't know if you could see this if you read it digitally or if you saw the wraparound cover. I know you made the thumbnail using some of that, so I didn't know how you saw or what you thought of this.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely get it in the omnibus, and actually the digital version does give you like the full picture as a single picture.
Nice,
which in a way is even nicer than the omnibus, just because it doesn't have a crease down the middle or anything. But,
right.
I love it, man. I think it's epic. Like as far as like a storytelling cover goes, like it's it's loud. There's a lot going on from a one half. If you saw it on a shelf or something, I could see it kind of glancing over it or whatever. But I mean, I love Art Adams' artwork and style overall. I think he's so unique, so he just stands out on his own in so many ways. And I had met him before. He's a great guy. Love Ileana's pose there. I love Storm, like the 3 heads kind of floating over in the clouds there and the stars. Like I think it does a good job with like the foreground, like being browned out in like a darker shadow to give you perspective or distance, I guess, or depth. So,
sure.
And we got our boy Warlock there, which we haven't really seen Warlock in this form that he's in right now. So even
in the full Transformers look.
Yeah, like that, that's got to spark some interest if you're a Warlock fan, I think,
right.
Especially at this time, which was, still a lot to learn about this character. So, yeah, I like it. I'm all for this cover. Like I said, but you got to look at it as a full. You need it.
Sure. And Greg, how about yourself? When you opened it up, and I don't know if you noticed right away that it was a wraparound cover, or how you took it in.
No, I did not, because I did not open up this actual issue. I read it digitally, but I did see it, and I love a good wraparound cover, even if it's a Happy Gilmore homage of Chubbs and all of them in the background in the clouds looking over.
You got Abraham Lincoln and the alligator.
And the alligator there, like all 3 of them right there. And then you've got, I think you said his name's Warlock. He looks like a crackbot on the cover.
That's an accurate description.
So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I don't know what's going on. And I was like, well, at least the book will help me understand what's going on in this cover. Nope.
Yeah.
But it looks good. Like the blue, the purplish blue, like in the sky, like it's pretty. It's yeah.
Are you a fan of Art Adams, by the way? Or are you familiar with a lot of his work or?
I feel like I should know more of Art's work. I'm sure I know more than I do think I can think of off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I love the layers here. It is a very loud, as you guys said, or busy cover for sure. There's a ton happening here. The champion for me is the color work. So it definitely breaks it up into layers, and more importantly, the way that they give full color only really to the New Mutants. The way that it kind of pops out Magic, it pops out Danny on the flying the Pegasus here. Like it gives depth to those kind of characters and pops them out in a fun way. Magma, Sunspot, Rain obviously get a little simpler color palette, and Warlock too. But it's our main characters who are given actual color versus everybody else just gets like sort of a monochromatic, simple 2-color setup. Which I think is kind of cool. And it does kind of create an interesting layering when you get closer to it and look at all the little pieces. It pops out. The details are very strong. So I actually love this cover. I think it's a whole lot of fun. Like you guys said, I love the background here with Loki and the Enchantress and Storm given sort of this godlike status. And then, yeah, there's sort of 3 layers to the fight in the front there. You get the green background with all the out of sort of shape monsters in the back, then our New Mutants sort of in the center, and then the red is the rear ends of all the guys they're chopping up in the front there,
getting tossed,
getting the booty shots.
Yeah, right. I think it's a whole lot of fun, and so it has a great dynamic energy.
Artwork in my collection right now to see if I have stuff.
Sure.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He's
not ignoring you. Trust me, I want to put that out there. I'm not ignoring you.
Biggie Shaq, what is going on, my friend? Good to see you.
Oh, we got J Hood in the chat.
And Jay is in the chat. What's going on, J Hood? Good to see you. Never a fan of Art Adams. It always looked like fan art. Oh, shots fired from Jackson Roy Kirk. Am I a fan of Art Adams? Is 7 Up?
Make 7 up yours.
There you go. Greg likes Adam if he did DC.
Apparently, I don't have any Art Adam books in my collection, which is shocking to me.
Wow.
So. All right, well, there you go. We got our cover. Let's dive right into the story. We kick it right off with this splash page of Storm looking like she is just ready to kick some booty. She's got a shield and a sword and a mohawk, and she is punked out. We dive then directly to Loki in an absolutely stunning garb, staring into an orb, thinking fondly of wishing he could have a woman this awesome, and basically deciding, how do I solve this problem? How do I get a woman like this? This is a very Dr. Doom moment for Loki. He's really just feeling the need here.
And the Dr. Doom pose.
Right? And we've had several storylines where Dr. Doom is trying to get Storm over the years, and so this is kind of an interesting flip on that. For those that don't know where Thor is at this particular moment, Asgard is kind of in turmoil. Odin has disappeared. Thor is kind of taking over, but he is struggling under that role. And Loki has a lot more control in Asgard than he's had before. And that's kind of where our story kicks off. He summons the Enchantress, an Asgardian known for causing chaos, kind of like he does. And he basically gives her the task of bringing him Storm and the New Mutants. He thinks this will be kind of a fun experiment, and hopefully he'll get to keep some spoils from this little war. So he basically sends her on this task and then gleefully, cackles or smiles at us as she goes off. And then we jump off to find the New Mutants. Now, for those of us that are reading Uncanny, where they place this in the omnibus might leave us a lot of questions about Storm, because her storyline has her in Africa in issue 198. I don't think she's in 199. So for us, the placement in chronology for Storm is a little tricky. I believe this is before her trip to Africa, but maybe we'll have to have someone in the chat inform us how that kind of works. So Storm is with the New Mutants on the Isle of Kyrinos, and she is basically babysitting, caretaking, whatever you want to say. But the bigger shocking twist is that one of the people she's caring for is Shan, or Karma, the mutant who we thought had died and was discovered later under the sway of an evil mutant who was controlling her. And she had basically become a Jabba the Hutt kind of like villain who had gained a ton of weight and apathy, just sort of laying around, and was using her abilities, her mind power abilities, to very negative extent. This was the Shadow King who was basically corrupting her, controlling her, and manipulating her. And she is basically in mutant rehab at this point. It looks like Storm is sort of caretaking for her, and she is seemingly desperate to do harm to herself. She is desperate to be rid of this experience because she can't shake the psychological trauma of that experience. So some exciting twists here, some things that maybe people would not have been ready for. We haven't seen Shan since she had the battle with the New Mutants and they discovered her in the clutches of the Shadow King. So I'm curious, with all of this jumping around, and I know I'm throwing a lot of pages at you here because I got to get through a lot of book. Justin, what are your thoughts on where we begin this story?
Well done, John. This first of all, Loki is a creep. This was creep vibes to me. He's just spying on Storm and basically calls on Enchantress to go kidnap her for him. It gave me like Professor X creep vibes, the way he like staring in a window at the girls, like that kind of thing. So, and then also he's a dick. Like he's a jerk. Like he's a, when she's like, why do you want this? And he's like, do true friends, or what did he say? True friends, sweet one, mind their own affairs or whatever. He's just like, I don't know, the way he like talked down her and everything. I mean, I get it. He's supposed to be a jerk like that, but I just thought it was like unnecessary. I guess Enchantress, she's the same way. So
I mean, they're both somewhat lecherous in the fact that they use, sexual manipulation, both of them, to achieve ends all the time.
Yeah. And then like I mean, the whole thing with Shan, like, you really think about like what she went through and now where she's at right now, what she's currently dealing with. It's got to be brutal. I don't blame her. Like she's like on the cusp of wanting to kill herself, which is crazy. I mean, at this point, I think she's what, like, I don't know, 19. Like she's still
she's still a very young kid for sure. And she's lost a bunch of her family, and it's been a brutal roller coaster. And then again, everybody thought she was dead. She was out of the comic for over a year,
a long time. Yeah.
And then when we got back around to her, this was the form that she had taken.
Yeah. So I mean, if there's one person to kind of be there for you and get you back in the right mindset, it's definitely Storm. So I was a little confused though about like why Storm was here, or like the timeline.
Well, I mean, she was dealing with a bullet shot to the head in issue 198.
Yeah,
right. We saw her trudging through Africa with a head injury last time.
Yeah. So this definitely had to have taken.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this is pre-Africa.
But she still doesn't have her. She still doesn't have her powers though at this point.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. No, that sounds right.
Bobby says, I had to go to mutant rehab once, but I didn't like to talk about it. Okay, I get it. Did you have to read the rest of this book? It's all creep vibes. That's Gregory for us. Thanks, John. I knew you would know, you weirdo. Yes, I am a weirdo. But is Greg a weirdo? Let's see if he can unmute and tell us a little bit about his thoughts on, did he have any understanding of where he was when he started this book?
This all made perfect sense. There was no need for, there was no exposition. So like, great.
None.
Like, just like, you see a number one, like, hey, I know what's happening. I don't. I'm reading this, like, I had to prep myself mentally for, what is it, Sham?
It's Xian, which is pronounced, I think, Shan. It's Chinese.
Okay.
But Vietnamese, sorry.
So karma or whatever, though, like, because I was like, there has to be a story here. I don't know why we're here where we're at.
Yeah.
This is tough.
I think I would be surprised. Honestly, give a thumbs up in the chat if you remembered where Shan was last we saw her, because I don't think it's just going to be you, Greg. I'd be willing to bet that if any of our chat had picked up this book this last week and read it, they'd have been struggling to remember where Karma was last we met her.
Okay.
I'd be surprised. Thumbs up if you remembered where she was.
Also, like, I've never heard of that character either, which is funny because as many times as we did name that character, you never put that character on.
She's not the biggest named character in the New Mutants world.
Well, she's so
there's quite big.
Although she was the first character to get introduced, technically.
Yeah, I mean, right in the graphic novel, she was the first mutant we met. Yeah.
So I mean,
Candace is like 3 thumbs down.
yeah. There's not much to say that you guys haven't already said. Like this, if you aren't reading this, it throws you in and you have no idea what's going on. And and this book, no spoiler alert, but this book jumps around so much that you go, what in the world is going on nonstop? It's like freaking X-Men dipped in with Lord of the Rings / like like just
time travel.
That does bring up a question for me, actually. I was curious for either one of you if you've read much Thor or if you've had much experience beyond the films reading any Thor comics or any Jason Aaron or anything.
I read Jason Aaron's run, and then I read was Donny Cates on the run?
Yes.
I read Donny Cates' run of Thor.
Okay. But that's a lot. I mean, Jason Aaron's Thor is an incredible. I mean, there's the God of Thunder stuff, then there's the Jane Foster stuff, and then there's the King Thor, and then there's the War of the Realms. There's a lot.
I've read some of Jason Aaron's stuff. Let me say that.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I didn't read all of it, but yeah, the God Butcher, that whole beginning.
Sure. Yeah.
But I never read. I shouldn't say never, but I read very few Thor issues from the 1980s. Put it that way.
Okay.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't really know what was going on with them at that time.
Because this would have been after, I think, the Walt Simonson, or maybe it's towards the end of the era of Walt 85. Simonson, who had he's the one who invented Beta Ray Bill, and
Yeah, right. Yeah, which I've heard. Yeah, I've heard that.
And they mentioned him briefly here as well.
Yeah.
All right, cool. It's nice for reference because obviously this is a very Thor heavy book in my opinion.
I'm looking, it says 1985. Do we know what month?
I think it was the fall, so it would have been like September or somewhere.
Oh, don't say that. That's what I was afraid of. Is freaking the New Mutants my birthday book?
Yeah.
I was born in September of 1985.
Gotta love it. It's meant to be.
Open it up. Check the date on the inside. There you go.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna continue us along here though. We're gonna jump to what I would say is my biggest challenge with this book is that there are too many blonde people, folks. I mean, I'm from California. There are too many blondes, period, in my world, but we've got Enchantress. We've got Magma. We've got Ilyana. We've got Doug. We've got Sam. There are a lot of blondes in this book, and it's very easy to get confused. Thankfully, Asgardians aren't blonde. No, wait, a lot of them are. This can be a very confusing thing. So we jump back to the other members of the New Mutants, and they're hanging out on the beach, having a fun day. And there's just a ton of blondes. And it would be very easy. In fact, I even had times when I had to double check, is that Doug or is that Sam? Is that Magma? Is that Ilyana? And it was just the bangs on Ilyana that would help me know who she was. So I could easily see people being confused. On top of all of that, we have a mutant here, Warlock, who can change his appearance at will. So he's looking like Colossus right here in Jinko jeans, and then he puts on a bikini. It's a very confusing sequence of events that, were you not aware, i.e. Greg, this could be incredibly confusing. What we go through is they're hanging out on the beach. They're having a good time. Ilyana, I believe it's Ilyana. I got to double check my blondes here, folks. Check my blondes.
That's Ilyana.
Oh, well, for sure.
Ilyana tells him, hey, maybe the bathing suit's not the right look for you. So he makes the giant Jinko jeans. Then he's like, oh, maybe I should copy her outfit. The next panel is he is wearing her white bikini at the top there. And we're like, oh, dang, he's wearing the white bikini. She lays down next to Doug. She's having a little time hanging out and talking with him. And they're just connecting a little bit. Thankfully, we have one Latino. So it's easy to find Roberto at any given moment. He is doing a big dive into the water, having a good time. We have one Native American who they somewhat racistly make bright pink in her skin tone. That's Danny. She is up top talking to her friend Rain, who is the wolf. She can kind of transform her wolf shape. And Danny decides, you know what, I got to make sure the team is still active and ready for battle. So I'm going to create a giant sea monster and have everybody just dive into attack. Roberto flexes out. Carrot and Magma starts the lava going. Everybody just dives right into battle. So that's what's happening on these 4 pages here. Greg, did you pick up any of that?
I did not know that Danny created that monster. How did I miss that? I
Well,
just thought it came out of nowhere.
It's mentioned at the end when they all realize it's not really there, that it's an illusion.
And then like guys, you had me on last season for New Mutants. Do they like? What is the obsession with the swimsuits with these guys? Like,
They're
or
young
no shirt.
teens. They're in their prime, man. I don't know.
It's Cali, baby.
It's creepy. You already had
It is
creepy
a little
Loki. Then because like these are all teens, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, these are all teens, correct?
Yeah.
And so the dude is changing from the ginormous shorts to the string bikini.
Magic
Technically,
Lasso
Warlock.
has
We don't know how old he is.
This is the release date. Magic
It
Lasso
still
says.
is creepy. Yeah, so it was a couple weeks after me. So like I'm okay. It's not my birthday book. Thank goodness. Ugh, I might have to quit comments.
And Ryan says it's the nude mutants again.
Yeah, it is.
The nude mutants. I literally laughed out loud at the 3 panels of Warlock changing costumes. Like that was funny to me, but I could totally understand it being like, where did the jeans come from? Now he's in a bikini. I don't understand any of it. I could totally understand that. Justin, were you able to follow along with any of this? Did you get your blondes confused at all?
No, I mean, yeah, there were definitely times I like had to hesitate and kind of figure it out or confirm. I mean, we even see Warlock change later. I mean, not that he's blonde here, but like even he changes completely different.
Correct.
Later as another human looking character.
Yeah.
And to clarify, Greg, so Warlock is an alien that we are still kind of learning as we go over the last, I guess.
He's that Rastafarian robot you said.
So he's the crackpot on the cover of the book.
Yes.
I pieced that together, but he's also not human. He's a alien.
Yeah, he can take any form essentially, and I think he's like, very old, or much older than like.
Yes,
human.
their species lives quite a long time.
I know, Justin, you're saying that to justify like the bikini aspect of him wearing it. It's even creepier though of him hanging out with a bunch of teens in swimsuits.
We're gonna get into the Court of Thorns and Roses connections later, guys. Yeah. We'll get into that 500-year-old man, 18-year-old woman thing in a little bit.
Oh, trust me, there were some Tamlin vibes in this book too.
There is some vibes. We're not to the fairy wine yet.
So I wanted to highlight the I guess the middle page that you have up there, John, of when Ileana's talking with Doug. Yeah. So what I really liked about this, particularly with Doug, is like he's a little behind everybody else as far as like, you know, he figured out his powers not too long ago compared to the rest of the team. So for him, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm a mutant. I'm what people are talking about. I'm part of that group. And like a part of him like really likes it and thinks it's like really cool. And then the other side of it, he's starting to realize like, oh wait, but like everyone back at home is like bashing on my kind. Like I'm that kind, and they're like digging at me, and I just want to like defend myself and say, hey, we're not all, you know, killers or whatever. Like, you know, they see Magneto going and destroying things, and they just assume all mutants are killers or whatever,
or that their powers are all violent.
Yeah, right.
In some way, because Doug's a very passive superpower. His is just an instant understanding of all languages, right? His is a very literary ability.
Yep. So I just like seeing what he's going through here, his emotions, his mixed emotions of like, hang on a second, like that's not right. I'm not a killer. I'm not, you know, why don't group us all into one or whatever.
Yeah.
So his struggles there, you know, I like seeing that growth. I agree. I did laugh knowing that you know, Warlock not understanding the concept of clothes, you know, essentially, and just being like, oh, should I look like this? Should I look like that?
The bikini is hilarious. Like the bikini, I genuinely laughed at that.
Yeah. And Ileana just like crawling back onto her thing. She's like,
nobody's paying any attention.
Yeah, Doug's like, oh, you should see him now.
It's the punchline, and it's just in the background of the panel.
Yeah, right. And then like interesting. I like Danny trying to create the danger room, essentially, you know, even though they don't like have that. You know, you
can kind of see it on her face there, where she's got this like, and then the giant monster appears, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then, of course, it's the next. I can go forward if you want to keep talking a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, just go ahead. Yeah, no. Did you get the
next page? No. The next page is Cannonball is trying to stop the rocks from falling because the blast that Magma did ultimately didn't hit anything, and so he's trying to like stop the rocks from doing what they're doing. Ileana has Warlock basically shield Doug because she basically says his talent won't protect him, like not useful. And Doug is kind of left feeling kind of like a wasted, like useless character. And Warlock's got this tank exterior that he makes. Ilyana's got her soul stored, and Roberto comes out of the water and he's like, he says something like, what happened? There's been an avalanche. And then Ilyana says, it looks like we've just been conned, haven't we, Mirage? Which is Danny's like code name. And then Danny's like, wait, suppose it had been real instead of one of my spirit hallucinations. Like, you guys need to stay ready. And then Roberto is basically saying, we're not the X-Men. Like, you don't need to keep us on high alert all the time. This is kind of ridiculous. We're just kids. We're here to relax. And Danny still takes this very seriously. And she's proven kind of right, because instantly a giant storm cloud appears and the team is realizing that's not really natural. It's enticing Ilyana's armor, which tells her that there's some kind of magic involved with it. We know that this involves the Asgardians, who've clearly been coming to the island looking for Storm. So the team rushes back to their hostel. And in doing so, they try to investigate this magical storm, and it knocks Warlock out of the sky. Cannonball or Sam catches him, and they're all left kind of just puzzled with what's going on. Yeah, but that's the second half. I didn't know, Justin, if there was something specifically you wanted to highlight here. There's some fun comments in the chat too about Warlock's wardrobe changes. Oh my God, I was confused by Peter here because she thought that Warlock looked like Colossus. And she's like, wait, he does, who is that? Is that Colossus? Yeah, definitely understand some of that confusion for sure. So whose mind did Danny pull the serpent out of? Probably Amara's. That would make sense, because her culture would probably have sea monsters as a fear. That would make sense.
Yep. So yeah, no, I like the other part I wanted to highlight with going into this part of it was again, back to Doug. Like, once they're in gear to have to fight or battle, Doug's like, wait a second, like everybody else can like do this cool violent thing or defend themselves or fight in some way, and I don't have that. Like, he's very much two sides about this whole thing. And but then we get the introduction of like the team up between him and Warlock, which, you know, spoilers, we see more down the road here in this issue. But like, I thought it was pretty exciting to like first see the idea of it. You know, it's just like almost Thomas the Tank. I don't know what that's. Yeah, I guess like a tank of some sort.
Yeah, he basically it looks like some kind of like space tank.
Yeah, he basically was like a Green Lantern-esque, like an alien that make his own constructs.
That's right, correct. Yep. But his body is the construct.
The body is like the construct.
External construct. Yeah, for sure.
So Dan, what is it? Dan?
No. Danny is Doug.
No, what's the boy? The guy who's in it.
Doug.
Yeah.
So Doug's like physically inside this.
Correct.
Right,
he's being sheltered. You can see him kind of being like folded in that panel with that Tony's talking about Magic's butt in her bikini.
Are we surprised?
No. So Doug is sort of being folded in, which ultimately is the first time that I know that this happens, because ongoing in the comics, these two are often connected, right?
Yes.
Their powers often overlap, where Doug's only offensive abilities are by partnering with Warlock.
I was going to ask that if there was really a time before this, because I don't
think
really
this is the first time it happens.
Specifically them two,
yeah. And it happens repeatedly in this book.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the first time prior knowledge to this. Like, I've not had them interact together before, so
not using their powers together. They've been on the same team for a little bit here, but not working together like this.
I was just saying, like, yes, to my knowledge, this is the first time. So JP is just like, I only want to hear Greg talk. I just want Greg to tear into
this. Totally fair.
Give the fans what they want.
I'll pass it to you, Greg. What are your thoughts here?
My thoughts are, again, what the heck's going on? Because the guy who was changing into the shorts to the bikini to now makes weird shaped creatures, and like, it makes no sense of what's going on. There is a little, so yeah, I'll go back to DC. So this is basically Marvel's Teen Titans, I'm guessing. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, to get the long answer is that once the Uncanny team with Wolverine and everything started to get a little older, this became their Teen Titans group, right? Originally, Storm's X-Men group were young. Yeah. They were the Teen Titans. Yeah. And that was about the same time that Wolfman and Perez were launching Teen Titans. By the time New Mutants comes along, the Teen Titans, now you got Nightwing. They're a little older. It's not Robin anymore, right? So, yeah, these are the newer Teen Titans, yeah.
What's also funny, I like you mentioned, and I'm just curious of like if it's because I don't know if you can blow me up here, but
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Danny, like her skin looks more like it's sunburned in the
Yeah.
comic than like where it looks like
Pale.
like
rain.
more pale with sunburn spots throughout it, where on the
it's-
digital it
it's-
looks just straight. The pink
As
all the
is
way through.
common, the answer in America, the answer is racism, Greg.
I'm just saying,
Danny's a Native American, so they got to make her red. Rain
looks
is from
more
Ireland,
noticeable
so they got to
digitally
make her
than-
pale.
And I was wondering if it meant like if it was just like the ink faded more in the
No,
comic.
it's racism.
Okay.
The
I was
answer's
giving him a
racist.
benefit of a doubt. Okay. I'm sorry.
And you know, Shan is probably extra yellow in your book too. So like, let's you know, we can go a lot of layers deeper on this.
By the way, I did want to point out the artwork on the last panel, basically of
Where they're running up the stairs and
of Ileana and how when her sword comes out, like her soul sword.
oh sure, yeah,
and
at
like
the very
the glow,
bottom.
yeah, like the glow
Yeah.
on her face and everything. Like the artwork's really cool there.
Yeah.
Just the part that
There's lots of panels. Honestly, I like Art Adams a lot in this book.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of dynamic energy, and he does not skimp on the detail. Like there's a ton of pencil work happening all the way through these pages, background, foreground.
Yeah.
And then of course the color work, makes things pop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's continue along here. Yes, the magical storm is these creatures that are sent by the Enchantress and Loki to collect the team, and of course they are successful. They capture everybody, and that includes Storm in that pink dress. Loki instantly transforms her into an outfit that he feels like is more befitting, and then sort of traps her in a cocoon with his abilities. Remember, at this time, of course, she has no powers. She is just a mortal, as you were, and he now has his little trophy, and he leaves the rest of them to the Enchantress. The team of New Mutants is like, no, we're not hanging out here. We don't know this lady. We don't know what's going on. So the instant reaction by Ileana is to use her ability to teleport. And she's just going to teleport the whole team away to safety. This becomes an issue in the next bit on the story, but I'll pause us right there and give Greg a chance maybe to run through anything that he was able to understand here or enjoyed here, or was it an absolute mess?
This is where I wish the show was on Justin's channel, so he would have had to make the graphics so he could have superimposed John's face over Loki's face when he's creepily staring at Storm in a cocoon.
Yes. Wear this dress for me, Queen.
I mean,
Albert.
it just is so weird. Like, this is not my thing, but like, we're just getting like chicks in bikinis fighting with swords, and then like,
wait, why do you read comics, Greg? What?
And like Storm getting turned in from a handmade dress to like this like sexy like nightclub outfit. It's just Diana Ross. There you go. Boom. It's just as weird. It's like I don't know what's going up until this point, and then it just jumps around so much more later on in this issue. It doesn't help.
No, the jumping around is a constant trouble, and the more I read it, the more I could understand it and be okay with it. But I would understand. On the first reading, I was very frustrated by that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Justin, any thoughts here on the action and what's happening? Obviously, we from one fight to the next, we're kind of jumping around a bunch right here.
Yeah, I mean, I love the artwork, the action scenes, like the detail in the background, even with the demon horses and like the smoke in the background and everything. And then Storm, I love how he does all these, like, I guess, I don't know what you call them, sparkles, or I don't know.
Like the energy.
Yeah, like the different vibes coming off of her with the dress, the full shot of her, and then even the 3 panels next to it that are like half, or I guess a third of her body. And just like showing basically the change, which, by the way, swiping through that was really cool digitally, just to like go panel to panel there. But to see her, go from pink to this, I don't know, black getup that she has, and then back or into the whole thing, the fur boots or whatever. I love the detail and all
boots
that.
with the fur.
Yeah, there you go.
Brother's looking at her.
What a great opportunity.
Nailed it.
Loki got low.
Yeah. It's all great. Yeah, and I love the detail just of Storm, like in that like after. And again, going back to Loki just being very creepy, he changed her. He this is like a drug rape, type thing that he's going after here. And then, but instead of just raping, he's like basically like, hey, you're gonna like be my wife and spouse, and you're just gonna like it. And I don't know, it's a lot of creepiness, and he's just like cool about it. He's just cool about all of it. Anyways,
where did the Enchantress meet the X-Men briefly? Oh yes, Dazzler issue 2. Thank you,
it does.
Lasso.
Yeah, good call. I thought about that. Lasso, I was like, Lasso was gonna point that out.
JP says
the things that are staples in life: death, taxes, and Lasso mentioning Dazzler.
Yes, yeah.
JP says I would ask what the F is with the outfit, but then I looked at Loki's fashion choices, and I mean, it's rhyme and reason. It fits together.
Yep.
Loki's got that. He's got that drip. I mean, it's
a lot of shoulder pads. Big
Jafar
shoulder pads.
from Aladdin.
You grew up in the 80s, John. Shoulder pads.
It's 1985. I get it for sure. Candace says
he looks like what's the alien race from Bill and Ted? They all have the shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he is.
Yeah. We should be thankful that Loki at least put clothes on her. I mean, that's also fair.
Or should
that pig dress is terrible. I didn't think it was that bad, but all right. John's face does need to be on Loki's body. Okay, wow, geez, all right. Anything else, Justin? You want me to keep moving along here? Sorry.
No.
Are we already an hour in?
Keep it going. No, we're doing good. You're doing great.
He's gonna get his wish. What happens is when they're trying to teleport, the Enchantress is able to put some kind of a magical wall down at the last second to stop it from working. And all that really happens for Illyana is that she gets stuck in the clutches of the Enchantress, who basically binds her to a wall a la Vecna in some manner. Meanwhile, as we will see on the coming pages, every member of the New Mutants gets sort of plunked down somewhere in space and time. And all of them are left to kind of sort of source out what they're going to do in the circumstances where they find them. First off, we've got Shan or Karma, who is sort of in the middle of a barren desert and is at a complete loss and thinking about ending it all, and just doesn't feel like there's any choice here. There's nothing that she can really do to resolve this awful peril that she's finding herself in. But then we jump to Cypher or Doug. And Doug has landed himself in kind of like a king's ballroom, a king's throne room. And he is instantly able to decipher the language they're speaking, but has no real physical way to, protect himself in this space. They even offer him to duel a young lady in the middle of the throne room, and he gets his rear end handed to him, and they instantly are like, yeah, this kid belongs cleaning dishes. And they throw him in the back as a scullery maid. But a lot of stuff happening here, Justin. How are you doing? Are you following any of this at this point? How are you able to keep up?
Yeah, so like right as I started, well, first of all, I love how Illyana just steps up right away, and she's like, I should handle you here, but I'm not. We're gonna go. And she does her thing, tries to teleport away, and then unfortunately is overpowered by the magic that Enchantress carries with her, and strapping her to very good description, Vecna vibes. Great panels, by the way, and I love the close up of Enchantress here, like the detail in her face. I mean, he's incredible. So yeah, like I like that she stepped up in that way, try to make that call to do this thing. But with all that said, even she knows how dangerous this could be, where people could wind up anywhere at any time. And knowing that, that's exactly what we get. So yeah, Shan being lost in the middle of nowhere was crazy. To see Cypher Doug thrown into this random, by the time we saw Doug, I was like, okay, so this is what we're doing here. We're throwing everybody somewhere. Yeah. Here we go. Let's strap in here. And sure enough, we'll get to these next few pages, but it gets pretty crazy.
Were you doing okay with the blondes and blondes here?
Yeah. I was doing all right.
You got Enchantress, you got little Illyana, and then you got Doug. And in my head, I'm like, is that Doug? Is that Sam? But it said Cypher, so I was like, okay, I'm kind of. But I don't think they call Doug Cypher very often, so it'd be easy to be like, wait, who's Cypher? What's going on there?
True. Yeah. And you're right. Even the word Cypher has only been up to this point has only been used.
And Mirage, same with Mirage.
They're not that.
These are not code names they've used a ton for sure.
Yeah. By the way, the center panel of the story with Doug, I swore that was Popeye. Was that supposed to be Popeye? the guy
Where?
sitting in the throne, he has a pipe and he's got like big forearms, just like
You're not
The
wrong.
guy with the big red
Popeye.
cloak with
yes. Look at him.
And
There's
this is
Popeye.
not, and it's not the first pop culture reference that we'll see. It actually might
that's
be the
true.
first. We're gonna see more sprinkled out throughout this issue.
Yeah.
Yes, Cypher is Doug's code name, just like Ilyana goes by Magic, or Colossus is what Peter goes by. Like Cypher is what Doug goes by. Karma is what Jean goes by now. Mirage is what Danny goes by. And they've only done this, in my opinion, kind of casually. They haven't done this with any clarity. So I totally get being confused by it.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, JP. I will make an effort to let Greg go first going forward. But let's have Greg talk, if he wants at least, about any of these panels.
I would love to go first next time because I mean, again, there was no framework for letting us know like how they went to 3 different like places and 4 different places. Like it just takes you there and it's not explained well. And I guess maybe they assume either.
Well, they think Ilyana's power. And then you don't, which is understandable.
But I'm supposed to know that her power can get messed up and then gonna
Right.
send them. Can her power send people to 3 different locations,
Yes.
or it's because of
Yes.
the Enchantress?
Yeah. No, her power.
Her abilities.
She's done that before. She's made mistakes in the past already where they've traveled. To
Oh, she
random...
made a mistake in the last New Mutants book that we read, where she sent them to like
LA
or something when they were supposed to go to.
Correct.
So
and they do
what I'm
time
gathering
jumps
is
and
she's not really good at what she's designed to do.
No,
Yeah.
she's a teenager.
It's
She's
like-
trying to learn her powers. She's a
It's like
teenager.
super powerful powers that she has, and she just doesn't know how to control them yet.
Okay.
That's all. She's
Okay.
like a baby. She's like an infant with it.
Well, I thought John had said like the Enchantress had stopped it and sent them all and messed it up.
It definitely caused the mistake for sure. She was
Yeah.
trying to send them all together, and then it ended up scattering and making whatever was going to happen work.
Greg, it's like when a quarterback tries to throw a football and then the defender hits the quarterback's hand and the ball goes somewhere else completely.
Okay.
That's kind of what happened.
Gotcha.
There. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I got you now. So
Oh, wait, I'm back now. I'm feeling what Greg is feeling.
sports, John.
Goddamn
Sports
sports ball
ball.
references.
I was about
Oh.
to tell Justin to shut up, and then I realized his team is not in the playoffs either. He can't talk trash to me.
Yeah,
so.
I can't.
Now we're shaming people.
Yeah. So
All right, well, let's go to the next set of pages. We'll let Greg take a shot at some of the stuff going on here. We get a little bit of Rain, also known as Wolfsbane. She lands in some location where there's creepy giants and wolf characters, and she's instantly like, "Oh, maybe I belong here." They talking wolves. I'm a talking. This could work out really well for me. And then we jump to Warlock, and he seems to be in a layer of hell. He is in a ring of hell. There's a giant dragon, which he quickly
I feel his
absorbs and eats. He devours this dragon quickly. And then he meets Hela. Some of you may have seen her from Thor Ragnarok or from different Thor books. And she's like, "Oh, you're in hell. Like that's what you're doing here." And he's like, "Oh, damn, I don't want to stay here." So he instantly like flies off, and she's left going, "Oh, maybe I need to catch this guy again. He seems kind of powerful." In between, though, he does for a quick second turn into Longshot, a character who at this point had never met any of these characters before. So how he knows to do that, I hear it's more of an inside joke because Art Adams drew the Longshot miniseries that was being published at the same time that this book came out. So it was kind of like his way of kind of maybe, I don't know, honoring the character that he was co-creating at the time. Whatever. Greg, let's have it, man. Let's hear some thoughts.
okay, you want to know my first thought on this page?
Do it.
Why the hell is there a giant Ed Grimley in this book? Like,
That's a good Martin Short comment that I don't think a lot of people will get, but
if
I'm
you
here for
don't
it.
get what I'm referencing, take time right now to just Google Ed Grimley and answer me why that character is in this book as a giant.
up here, top corner,
Yeah,
right by
that's-
me.
Yeah, that's really
Fair,
that's very
accurate.
spot on.
Like
Yeah.
I took it out. I'm like, what? Like, what is going on in this? First off, why are we in a giant land? No concept. Again, had no idea that they were all like just sprayed around everywhere and not knowing what's going on. No, I just like SNL, so I am
Fair.
old too. Yes, that is. But like, there's so much going on here, and then you have like it's mixing like the musical of Cats with, and
A
we
little
get
bit,
that
yeah.
even more in this. Like, I don't get what's going on in the least bit. And then you have the dragon with then the crackbot, and guys, there's so much going on that there's no
The crackpot.
rhyme or he looks like a crackbot.
And then he looks like one of the
Now-
blondes, as if we needed another
I was
blonde.
to say,
in
not
this
his
story.
human form. Come on, he's got the mullet.
Yeah. It's a
Hey,
look.
wait, that's him in human form?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yet another
Look. Yeah,
appearance change.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah.
'Cause he was in dark, he had dark hair earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Again,
Correct.
no idea what's going on.
Yeah, this is like the, the worst for Greg.
Greg, I'm living for your commentary right now. Accurate, says Candace.
Like, I had no idea. First off, I had no idea that Crackbot was Bikini Boy earlier.
Yeah, right.
And then he turns into the teenage best friend from from T2 that saves John Connor from getting caught by
Okay.
the police.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
That's
He
who
had
he
the
gets
mullet.
turned into. And
Yep.
and now we're in Giant Land, and I feel like we're gonna get a musical number here with a bunch of cats singing. I'm so confused.
You guys really do give Greg the most confusing issues possible.
Yeah, it's
He has no chance.
I like this is I feel my this is what I feel my wife's pain when I made her read a comic book. I'm like, oh, read Saga, see how that goes for you, Stacey. You've never read a comic before in your life, but here, try this.
That
Like,
was a bold choice to give her Saga, I will say.
it was, and it did not. It went
didn't
about as well as
didn't
she
work
thought
out.
it went. Yeah,
Matt says, this isn't that weird. Who hasn't been bitten in the Achilles tendon by a wolf while walking in the giant land?
for
It's a
real.
thing. Justin, any thoughts here on what's going on for Rain or Warlock?
No, just the fact that this is a whirlwind of stuff, right? Where like I said, I knew we were just gonna get into everybody scattered somewhere, so we got to know where each story is.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, now this is why it's 64 pages. Like, here
Yeah.
we go. And I mean, I definitely had mixed feelings about this with the worlds that they're in. And again, at this point in the story, I'm wondering how long are we going to be in each
Yeah.
of these worlds? And it turns out it's a long time.
It turns out, gang,
per
we're
story.
at
about
57
32
minutes
pages
in.
too long.
We're on page 23 of like 67. We've got
I told
a
y'all,
lot.
like, stay buckle up. Like, this is not going to be a short episode.
Yeah, no.
This is a wolf creature like Rain. You'll see it morph here in a little bit.
Yeah. I did want to just highlight the artwork. Love the artwork. The details in Hela look stunning. Oh, that was the other thing. I like that Hela had this part where she's just like, ooh, like, I could use you down the road perhaps next time we meet,
Yeah.
Realizes that he's got Warlock's got some special powers. Now, I didn't realize with his look that was the nod to Longshot. Or I mean, they did mention it, so I guess I kind of like questioned it, but I'm not at all familiar with Longshot, so
Yeah.
that I wasn't quite sure. But it was weird still that I'm like, oh, why didn't he go to his other form that looks like
Right.
Colossus more like that? That is a little confusing. But
Well, then let's see who else we got. We've got Sunspot, who basically learns he lands in a bar somewhere in Asgard and is like the strongest man in the bar. And he's like arm wrestling. He's beating up bald guys.
he's got all the chicks. He's got all the
He's
girls
blown away
around.
by all his new abilities. The owner of the bar is like, sweet, I need a new bouncer. The girls are like, he's actually got hair. We love him. And they're just all on him, living his best life. Then we jump to Amara or Magma, and she's landed among these odd fairy pixie people who are like, here, drink this beverage. And she's like, sweet, I am down. I want to relive my Akatar moments here and just pound the fairy wine. And it instantly goes bad because, of course, these are evil dark elves and they're just messing with her. And she is now completely under their sway.
Cool.
Greg, I gotta believe, and you even texted me in the middle of the day today. I gotta believe your Sarah J. Maas vibes were tingling here.
Well, I did. I texted you instantly. I said, when will they ever realize in these books to not drink the fairy wine? Because I think Magic Ileana did in the other issue I read last year. She drank some fairy wine
Yep.
at a thing. And then before this, you had Tamlin right there on the first page there on the bottom panel. He's just taking what he wants, forcing himself on a girl.
Yeah.
And just thinking like, yeah, what's up? Like, it's like the over the top stereotypical, like, just like creepiness throughout this book. So like when Justin was like, Loki seemed like the least creepiest person in the book after reading this book. And that's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot.
Like,
that is definitely saying a lot.
That's so much. And then I thought here you asked about the blonde hair confusion.
Yeah.
I thought this was Bikini Girl in Drinking the Fairy Wine. And then I had to go back to just now to see like, oh, this person was in the water apparently with Doug. Which also is just the most, if you're named Doug, I apologize.
What you've got like poofy curly blonde.
Yeah, but I
didn't straight-haired bangs blonde
at that time.
And then you've got lustrous enchantress blonde.
It's like it's like that video of like me and you and Steve. That's how I feel like whenever they mention Doug in this book. It's just like, and Doug's there too.
Oh goodness.
No,
Justin,
Matt, you said this was going to be better than the last book I had to read. You said at least this is going to be better than what they made you read last time.
I think it's absolutely better than the book you read last time. But the book we read last time was pretty bad. This at least, you're grading it on a I don't know what's going on category. As someone who likes these characters and knows the background, I had never read this issue before. And I was able to kind of get it, but I know that I know enough of the backstory to kind of follow. It's like it'd be like me jumping into Justice Society and being like, I don't get any of these. Who are the heck are these people? I don't like these characters.
No, but I also feel like I'd give you a better Justice Society book where it's actually
that's the difference between you and I. That's not my goal here. Your enjoyment, not my goal. The 14 people watching, their enjoyment is my goal.
Yeah, I rightfully so. So.
Justin, any thoughts here on anything going on with Magma or Sunspot?
I just wanted to highlight that that Sunspot is like he's living the dream right now. I feel like he's landed a spot that people recognize his power. He's more dominant than everybody. The girls love him. The guy wants to hire him. Like, yeah, he's got everything. So it's interesting that certain circumstances, each of these characters is like, for some they could die any minute. For him, he's like, drinking and playing cards and all this other stuff. So that was great. And then poor Feyre here, just sipping on some wine. Not good.
That's bad news all around.
And John, Matt is right in the chat. Like, I'm sure there will be a emu hopping up in this book because also they love yellow so much in this book.
They do.
That's their outfits in the TV show. Or in the commercials. It would fit right in this book.
Let's get to another blonde. We've got Cannonball. He's waking up in the middle of a cave. Come to find out he's in the land of the dwarves. These are the characters that in Thor's universe make Mjolnir or Stormbreaker or any of the weapons that they're famous for. Yeah. Sam feels like he's under attack, so he tries to fight back, but then he hears a call for help, and he just bips off and rescues this young dwarf woman and kind of earns a little bit of respect among the people, although he passes out pretty quickly after that. Then we jump to Mirage. She is in this beautiful grasslands, and she finds this sort of crystalline, all-white Pegasus been strapped down or caught in these barbed wire pieces, and she frees it just as these soldiers arrive. And they don't seem to mean goodwill to her or the horse. So she creates a vision from their fears. In this case, it's another return for the character Hela. And to try to scare them off, she uses this illusion. It doesn't really work, though. They don't completely run scared away. And instead, it's another woman on a different Pegasus who shows up and threatens them with her weapon. And they're all like, you know what? We don't like this. We're out of here. And leave Mirage enough time to make friends with this new horse and this new friend. Greg, how you doing?
Listen, we'll get the Sunspot not wearing and actually wearing a shirt. This is issue right now, which is surprising. The fact that who is this? Mirage?
Yeah.
The fact that Mirage didn't just literally shout Atreyu when she's like, my mind instantly took me back to there. Like the horse is in some like muddy, murky stuff, and like. I'm like, cool. Now Chris Claremont wants me to relive my childhood trauma by never ending storying this. And luckily it went a better route here, but like, I like, there was the instant thing that popped up into my mind. And again, I don't know where we're going from this. I don't know how we got to Sunspot chilling with these dwarfs, and then it's so much going on.
There's a ton going on. Absolutely.
Like,
Justin, how are you handling all the skips around places, times, characters?
Greg, I think you're doing great, by the way. Just want to confirm that. I thought you'd logged off by now, so I'm glad that you're hanging with us.
No, I'm here for the people.
We're almost halfway. We're almost halfway. Almost halfway.
An hour and 5 in. What was
Mike's record's getting broke.
There were two things I wanted to highlight here. Oh, so by the way, so you said that that Sam gets tired pretty quickly here, or passes out here. He doesn't pass out.
No, he gets stabbed with an arrow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He has a giant spear.
I want to make sure you saw that there's an actual.
I did. I was setting Greg up. I don't think he was ready for it because he was still calling Cannonball Sunspot. But I think it's just because he's so many characters he's trying to keep up.
Yeah. No, you're right. There definitely is that. And then I guess we didn't get to the next part. You know what?
Let's do it.
Go. Let's just jump.
Let's just do it. Yeah. The next bit gives us back. We jump back to the other two blondes. We've got Enchantress torturing Ileana and turning her into a baby in a bikini, and then turning her back. And apparently that's the worst thing ever. And then she's kind of like trying to understand her powers. And in the end, the Enchantress realizes, oh, there's this whole dark version of you that I can pull out of you and make into a soldier. So she does it. She pulls her out, makes this illusion of a soldier, and then she's like, I'm going to send this soldier to collect all your friends and bring them back to me. And she sends this person off, and poor Ileana is just suffering and sort of thinking about how she'll take revenge on her and get back at her. And then we jump to Karma or Shan, and she's out in that desert and fighting apparently a giant sandworm. It's Dune, gang. It's Dune. And she's ready to just like give her life over to this creature. And then she sees, no, there's a little innocent kid down there, somebody that needs saving. So she uses her abilities to kind of like take over the mind of this creature and basically forces it back into the sand and sends it off, and then goes over and picks up this poor child and is like, no, don't worry. I'll take care of you. So yeah, that's what's happening on these pages, Greg.
I wish Karma would take over my mind right now. Like, John, there literally is a panel of a baby in a bikini in this book. Like, you had to know, like, when you were reading this for the first time, going like, yeah, Greg's gonna rip that to shreds. Like,
there was more laughter than that, but yes.
Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is going on? Like, Chris Claremont, what are you doing, bud?
Yeah.
And then
Matt
like
says, I thought Warlock in a 2-piece was the nightmare fuel. They bring out the baby in the bikini. What is the New Mutants? Did it come out with a small packet of contents to take before reading?
It definitely came out with a small packet of contents to take before writing. It just is a different day and age, because half this book would not make it to print. In this, like, again, no idea what's going on. I didn't know that Karma's powers could take over someone's mind. I still had no idea why she was, the size that she was in this. And then, like, and I'm not trying to like make a joke actually here, but like, you put the person who you mentioned already, like, has this Jabba the Hutt effect in the desert with a sandworm, like in Return of the Jedi. It just feels like so much on the nose here of like that they had to be tripping on acid writing this book and going, what pop culture references can we pull from and sneak in here and see what people get away with?
It's accurate.
C Bizzle saying, I'm still upset they killed Cannonball. I get it. I understand. It's the poison pack you get in the packaging that sometimes comes along. I'm about to get us. I actually messaged Justin, I think a few days ago, saying, I don't think Greg's going to talk to us ever again after this.
I did message you instantly. I said, I hate it here. And Stacy goes, my wife said to me, she was like, you got to do a YouTube show. I was like, yeah, I got to talk about comics. She goes, you like that though, right? I go, not this one.
Tony says, I'm not hopping on next week to try to answer any last week's trivia. No effing way. God bless anyone who can get the questions right.
No, but whoever is on next week is gonna have a heyday with the fun answers.
I wouldn't be surprised, Matt, because obviously there's an element of the Shadow King at play in Karma's life here. And as we're going to see, what I really like about the Karma story is when we get to the end, there's something going on here that I think is kind of interesting. But Justin, any thoughts here on either the Karma storyline or the Ileana storyline we're getting?
So I just wanted to highlight this page.
Sorry, let me blow you up.
And you kind of have it there,
Yeah.
but like I just thought this whole thing was so awesome, like very majestic, and like this panel, not near my finger, but opposite of that, but like seeing the demon side of Ileana come out, and even just the whatever that is. I'm having a hard time like holding the book open and pointing. But, whatever this, I mean, I don't know how you describe that, but like the shadow that's behind her there,
the flames coming off of her. Oh,
just like the enchantress, like
the enchantress's power.
Is that okay? Yeah. So like just like seeing that artwork and everything, and the way the whole page is laid out, I think is like phenomenal.
And I had to kind of ruin it. I had to split them up.
It a little,
one at the bottom by Greg and one up in the top in the middle. But they do look great on top of each other. The jump is kind of better in the panel layout. I just was trying to pack as much.
No. That's it. I totally get it. But yeah, like seeing like that would be awesome to have as like a original art of that, a page like that, like just everything going on as far as just like very. I don't know, majestic.
And it says Greg should get to choose first next year. I think we've had a lot of success in not letting Greg pick.
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep going with what we're.
Because here's the deal: they know no matter what, you want to do this, and I'm like, fine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep telling Greg that the next issue is gonna be better. The next.
Yes,
Matt, I've lost all respect for you, so I'm not listening to you anymore. I've already lost it with John and Justin. You now are lumped in. You had my trust. You betrayed my trust, and
now we're here.
You're on the list.
Well, now we're back to Cypher, and he is still a scullery maid carrying pots and pans around, and things are getting worse. He's getting in a lot of trouble with the king, but then evil Ileana, demon Ileana in her warrior form, rides in with all these troops to try to capture him and take him back to the enchantress. And he's freaking out. He's like, I don't know what's going on here. This can't possibly be something good. But thankfully, Warlock shows up, and Warlock's like, hey, dude, let's get out of here. And he basically wraps him up again, puts him inside of his little spaceship costume, and then flies him off. And just is like, no, I'm going to save my buddy. So there you go. From scullery maid to rescued heroine in just a quick moment there, Greg. Were you able to follow any of that?
No, because now that freaking Justin pointed out that it's Popeye on the throne, it's Bluto right above him. Like it is. Yeah. They literally, that's all they're doing.
They're
like, what trippy things can we put in?
Yep. I forgot about Bluto.
Yep, it is Bluto.
Like, it's. I didn't realize that. Like, I never comprehended that. Like, that's just like a form of like the demon, like because she has that purple dragon. Is that her thing, right?
No, that's Kitty Pryde as Lockheed. You're talking about, I think.
Sure, then never mind. Well, isn't there a purple dragon that pops up in here?
There is, a little purple dragon.
But not Lockheed.
So it's not.
Look, Mars is here for you. What if I convinced Greg to do a good X-Men book?
Mars, it took you 18 years to let someone convince you to read a good X-Men book. So
and look how happy she is now. Look at the joy brimming out of her. Making YouTube content and TikToks and the whole thing.
I don't. So okay. So that's a different purple dragon then.
Yes.
Okay. So see, I'm even more confused. I didn't realize that this was like a demon form then of Ileana. That's
so Ileana. You're never going to remember it, but Ileana got a lot of her powers from being locked in limbo when she was young and aged considerably while she's there. She's also Colossus's little sister. So she brings a lot of this power from the demon side of limbo. And that's why she's always she's got a bit of a dominatrix character.
Yeah. And then Crackbot shows up again.
Yes. Crack Robot is there again to rescue Cypher.
And look at that. Look at that. The circle, this panel I'm pointing to, my screen, like you can see the panel I'm pointing at.
Sure.
This is how frustrated I am with the show right now.
That far corner.
It's where he's like shooting like a pulse at someone.
Yeah.
He's got some ham hocks on him. Like for a robot character, like he's got some booty cheeks.
He does have some cheeks. He's popping cheeks there for sure.
So
Justin, any thoughts for you on Cypher's rescue here?
Just seeing, or just his realization that this is like real stuff happening with Popeye dying. And he's like, holy crap, like this is like, he even mentions, what does he say? He says, this is not what's his comment?
This isn't a game. I'm not playing Dungeons and Dragons or watching a movie. It's real. I got to get out of here.
I got to get out of here. Yeah. So the realization there was great.
Zoink Scoobs, we gotta go.
Greg, just remember, when I ask you for an indie read, I never made you read something like
no. JP
this.
makes me read like good stuff, like Rick Remender's, like even Black Science that frustrated me so much, like it still was good.
Yeah, this is also true, Tony.
JP's a real friend.
Justin, you want me to keep going here?
Go ahead, John.
Get to the sexy cats. Let's do that.
We're back to the sexy cats. Yes, I included some furries there for you, Greg. Yes. So the other dog wolf guy can sort of turn into a wolf thing, and she's like, "Oh wow, he's kind of cute." And then he nuzzles her, and she's like, "Whoa, this is
they
weird."
were communal in there for sure.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Wait, I got to go find my friends," and she goes running off. Meanwhile, back at the bar where Sunspot has just been holding court, rumor has gotten out among the Asgardians that there's a thug who can throw down, and it brings forth the Warriors 3. These are famous characters from the history of Thor. You may have seen them in some of the films. The big heavy guy in pink there is known as Volstagg. He is this giant beer imbibing, wenching soldier.
Happy Viking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shows up there looking to challenge this young hero. And the challenge is a test of strength, and they ask Sunspot to basically lift him in a chair. And Sunspot does it, but it does seem to impact him. He does feel somewhat injured after, and they take him off
with his legs.
He didn't. Yeah. They take him off to go reveling and have a party. Did Greg just call Wolfsbane a sexy cat? That's who that is, right? Yes, that is Wolfsbane. Yes, that is Rain. Greg, how you doing here with Volstagg? Did you recognize that character?
No.
I love Volstagg.
Nope. I didn't. I didn't I was so distraught about why there's a scene from Cats in here and why they aren't singing, but they looked like they were about to get it on.
Ooh.
And I don't understand why she left, but I'm glad that we did not have to see that. We've already seen Bikini Boy, Bikini Baby.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot going on. And then the guy breaks his back lifting up
Volstagg.
It's
there it is.
And again, I don't know why they showed up here. I didn't get why they were here. I didn't get who was here. Why I didn't know Sunspot.
So literal. You know, sometimes, Greg, you got to just let art flow over you.
Something, yeah. There's something I don't even know, but this is.
I need an entire podcast of Greg.
There's 2 more episodes of this before that they've made me do. This is not the first time, Mars. This is the 3rd time, and the books keep getting worse.
I don't know about worse, but they're definitely getting better as far as the entertainment value for the audience.
Yes.
Is this how I sound when I tell about them? I'm just cackling.
John, you might as well put the links to the videos in the description of the previous ones.
I can drop them in a bit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because gang, this is the exact same conversation that we've had the last 2 times because it was another New Mutants and an Alpha Flight book.
Yeah, if you're loving this, you got to go watch those for sure.
Yeah, I'll drop the links for those for sure. But Justin, any thoughts here? Did we give you a chance to talk about Volstagg?
Yeah, I just so I love Volstagg for what I know of him, and it's, you know, I don't, like I said, I haven't read a lot of Thor just in general, but for what I have, Volstagg is a character that stands out to me. I know him from even some of the more modern stuff, and I thought it was really funny. Like, well, first of all, again, Sunspot living the dream. Like, look at his hair. Like, he's like slick back. He's like hanging out with these girls at the bar. He's got his arms, you know, and on the couch or whatever, like hanging out. And then to get interrupted by this for Volstagg. I love when after he does this and he impresses Volstagg and he picks him up and he just like carries away. He's like, come on, I shall show you, you know, the wonders of this land. And he like walks off with him and you just see him go, ow, ow, ow. The whole way down is carrying Sunspot. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, again, I think there's some good physical comedy going on here for sure.
Yeah.
So hopefully these links are working. I dropped the 2 links for the previous 2 shows with Greg. You can welcome to go back, and I'll try to remember to add them to the description of the video for people that want them later on.
Let me see.
And really just need more Greg in their lives. But if you really feel that way, his links are down below. His YouTube channel, his Instagram are down below. Definitely worth your time. But I can't promise more X-Men stuff.
I can guarantee you there's not very much X-Men stuff.
Can you just highlight Tony's comment?
Sorry, what did he say?
It's very accurate. That's
right. He's channeling Archie with a Betty and Veronica on each side.
There you go. So
we jump back to Cannonball. Cannonball is waking up among the dwarves, and they've got him in quite an unusual bikini diaper thing. Yeah. And while he's relaxing by the fire, Magma shows up. Apparently, Amara has been captured by the fairy wine in such a big way that she is basically busting up this joint. And now it's the fairy wine dark elves versus the dwarves, and Cannonball versus Magma on each side, and they're basically like throttling one another. But thankfully, as all logical dwarves do, they have a fire extinguisher just laying in their cavern. They've had nothing but the lowest of technology in this entire cave up to now, with rocks and spears and swords and whatever, but a fire extinguisher with the hose, the label, like a legit fire extinguisher is sitting somewhere in this shelter. And they bust that out and they put Amara in her place by hosing her butt down. And that frees Cannonball up enough to take a table and push all the dark elves back out of this cavern. How'd that work for you, Greg?
First off, why my boy was waking up in Depends, looking like Lelu off of Fifth Element in his outfit, and then like they just randomly have
a good comparison.
A fire extinguisher. I know you mentioned this, but I'm like, I did a double take. I'm like, I feel like this is supposed to be like ancient timey kind of vibes, and they're like, you know what though? Let's have it.
Safety first.
I mean, and then my boy, like, how do you beat a bunch of dwarves? Just push them back with a table.
Yeah. That's how it does. I think they did that in the Lord of the Rings at one point.
Yeah, like it's like, you shall not pass. No, duh. I got a table. Watch out. I'll get past. Like, come on.
It does look like the Hobbit's doorway, that round.
Yeah, right.
Guys, it makes no sense. What is going on?
Hey guys, this thing Thor gave us from Midgard finally came in handy.
Yes, they should have had that in here in this book. That would have been perfect.
It's a fever dream, a dark, long fever dream. It's like someone shuffled the pages, stapled it, and said, "Done." What about you, Justin? Any thoughts here on Liquid Hot Magma?
Yeah, I love seeing Magma, this elf style of Magma.
It's cool. The artwork looks really cool here.
Yeah, I thought she looked badass there. Kind of going through the door there until
she got hit with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, the fire extinguisher definitely was like a double take for sure. Very unexpected. I do like the artwork, right? Do you have it on here? Oh yeah, on the far side where you see Sam kind of bringing that table all around, like trying to control everything at once, and just goes to his. I mean, for those who have been following, Sam's struggled with like turns for a long time. So nice to see him here having more control over.
I thought you were about to say Sam struggled with shirts.
Struggle with shirts.
He's
and now pants.
Yeah, and now pants. He's just
but he's not an ambi-turner.
Sam gets the girls though, even with that fashion. Shout out Lila Cheney. And then I think that was all I was going to highlight there.
Well, I can jump to the next page where they basically have got Amara bound and captured, and Sam is realizing that his outfit is really revealing and not very comfortable making, and he's not upset. He's not happy about it. We jump then to Mirage, or Danny, who is flying with the other princess, the Valkyrie, into their kingdom, and quickly realizes, this is not the life for me, and that maybe I'm not going to be welcomed here as happily as I was hoping I might be. They're talking behind her back. The Valkyrie don't seem like they will be very inviting to this new young warrior princess, so she takes off with her Pegasus. So a little quick jump into some of these characters here. Greg, anything you want to add here?
I think this is a part where I mentally like tapped out. I was reading this while my girls were in ballet, and I was just like, I'm watching the ballet dancing because it's more enticing than this book right now. I mean, I read it, but I was just like, I don't know what's happening in any capacity.
Tony's a little bit behind. He's catching up. The fire extinguisher, yeah. After all the time fighting Amara and Magma, you know, that they didn't realize that all they needed was the fire extinguisher.
And if this book was written now, it'd be the fire blanket.
Ooh, yeah, an hour and a half, and we're pushing it. We're pushing it.
I would say we still have like a full issue.
Gang, we still got 15, 20 pages left still.
Yeah.
It's not done. You would think they're getting like, oh, they're getting close to wrapping up. Nope.
Then Justin, I'll keep going unless you want to say something here.
I just wanted to highlight the Valkyrie. I did not connect that earlier when we saw that new character Mist, which I meant to highlight earlier when you were going through it. I thought she was really cool. Mist when she first came to they kind of teamed up together and Danny, she saved Danny and technically. But like knowing that she's like on, you know, part of this group now, like all that stuff was really cool. Just that, I don't know, I guess just that realization. I didn't put any of that together until we got to these pages.
Yeah,
which I don't know if we
think
were supposed to, but
for better or worse, you know, that they're not explaining anything explicitly. Like to Greg's point, there's not a lot of exposition dumps and bubbles here. They're just quickly bouncing around and moving as fast as possible. And so, you know, it could be very challenging to read, but also at the same time, it leaves, I think, some room for surprises, like the, you know, not realizing that those are the Valkyries, and oh my gosh,
that's what I almost
those are the dwarves that make the hammers and stuff. Because later that to play when Loki shows up, things like that.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that. Like that's why I feel like it was almost on purpose, you know, at least for the Valkyrie thing.
I also love Justin just like trying to actually talk intelligent about this book because like he is, and he's like trying to like give it its credence.
There's some detail that's worth highlighting here, man.
Like kudos, like you're a true champ. Like you're a true champ there, Justin. Like a true showman of the craft. But
thanks.
Well, let's continue along here. We jump back to Shan, and she is looking a little slimmer in the desert here, and she uses her ability to catch a lizard beast in the wild there, and brings it back to this little shelter she's crafted, and where she's taking care of this young girl and making sure she's fed and that she's keeping her going and keeping her alive. Roberto still drinking, still partying, still just living it up in this bar, celebrating over and over again. And then, of course, a new threat comes in, and this is the Ilyana demon, and it has come to collect him. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, is that Ilyana?" And she quickly is like, "Nope, I got the new form for you as well." She throws him in the suit of armor and makes a little slave out of him. And meanwhile, you know, Loki is watching all of this, and he's kind of enjoying what's going on. But his prize is Storm, and he turns her very Lady Hawk style, turns her into a hawk, and just, you know, now she's a mohawked hawk. Let's say that 5 times. We have fairy wine drunk Magma waking up with Cannonball, who is finally wearing some kind of clothing, and while he is kind of bringing her back to maybe a normal place of being, that's when Loki walks in, and Loki is not there for them. Loki is there because he's like, "Hey, I got a hottie back home. I've already given her the best clothes. I need a weapon for her. You guys do that, right? You guys can do that. That's what you do, right? You do that thing." And so he basically forces them to do this so that he won't slaughter them. And when he leaves, they're thinking about revenge on him. And our character's like, "Look, we don't want to get in the way here, but we kind of want to go home." So they're kind of stuck dealing with all that. Greg, I know you tapped out at this point. Anything going on here that you were enjoying?
I noticed, I was like, oh, okay, it looks like they're trying to slim her down a little bit, like, which didn't make sense because we'll get to it later after she's been on Ozempic, but like I didn't realize like there's you're here for 1,000 a year, so that's why you lost weight. And then like the others have like, oh, it only been a day. It makes no sense, but fine. If that's how they want to narratively get to where they want to get to, go for it. And then I was so lost. I the demon Ileana person, she just does the exact same thing. Like she just went after Limu and Doug. Thank you, Matt. And didn't get him. Like she showed up, he's like, there he is, and then disappeared from the book. And then she's like, shows up in this one, is like, there he is. Get Bobby. Hate Bobby.
Yep.
And
she got him.
But she got him this time because she missed Doug. Doug was too fast.
She missed Doug and Warlock were too quick.
Like kudos to Doug because Doug's been crapped on all issue of like he doesn't have power, but he escaped her.
Yeah.
And
thanks to Warlock, your boy.
And Bobby is just like, man, he got caught. He got caught. So
Chaos, you need to watch Lady Hawk because that movie jams, and that's what's going on there in the middle there. Just gonna say. Justin, any thoughts here on, because I will say the most on the reread of this issue, the Jean storyline hits big for me. Like it really is one of my favorite parts of this book, and watching the slow, both from an art perspective but and a character perspective, you're watching this transformation take place.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That she finds her purpose, through all this and why she needs to move forward with this child now that she has with her, very much reminding her of her own brother and sister, which she did mention, towards the beginning of this. So yeah, that part of the journey for her. I mean, I was going to say a lot of this book, I almost felt like was a karma book more than anything, or at least the purpose of the book, more so than anything was for karma. Bless you. But yeah, so the other side of it, it's funny, every time Ileana comes through as evil, as the evil side, every single one of them like recognize her and like run or do whatever. I just feel like if I saw that walking in, Ileana would be the last person I think of. This demon, I just feel like, oh crap, a demon's here. I need to leave. Like, So kudos, I guess, for each of them for recognizing her in that getup.
For sure.
I mean, because her face certainly doesn't look like her.
They're all used to her being demonic, I think, at this point. Anytime she shows up halfway demonic, they're like,
that's her. That's our friend. Yeah.
We caused this problem.
Showing up drunk.
I love the Lady Hawk love in the chat. Now we're talking. Now we're having fun.
That was great. I saw a little mohawk. I did want to point out Ileana's face, the close up with the red background. That was wicked. Like that's the detail in that. Again, just going back to some of the artwork, that was fantastic. And then I really liked seeing Magma in this again, like looking at the elf vibes, the elf. And everything. Like I thought that was really cool. Like I mean, it's very different, and
she's Legend of Zelda style.
She's Princess Zelda.
Yeah. Exactly.
She looks more like Link to me.
Well,
that's because you're not a gamer, John.
Hey, I okay. Moving right along, we're back to the wolf people. Rain is feeling kind of sad that she can't really find her friends. She's been working hard, and all she's got is this wolf that wants to bone, but she's not really having it. And then as they're running along, something kind of scares her, and it's Ileana. Oh no. And then we jump to Cypher, and Cypher is able to find Shan. And when he finds her, he finds a Shan that is back to the normal size. She seems to be very strong, and the little girl is nowhere to be found. And instead, Shan is just basically carrying this bracelet item that the little girl was holding. Gang, they don't go out of their way to explain any of this. But on reread, I took the little girl to be her. Like the little girl is some aspect of her that needed to be given form. Her powers have the power to control psyches. And she controlled her own psyche and basically created a form of herself that she could shelter and care for because she couldn't care for herself. And then walked that version of herself to rehab, basically walked herself through what she needed, her trauma therapy. It's badass. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
The fact that they don't even spell it out for you, I absolutely love it. So for me, that storyline hits in a cool way when she's like, oh, the little girl's gone. That little girl was never there. Like the little girl was never there. In fact, the reason why I think the sandworm looks like the Shadow King is because that's never there either. It's in her. All of this crap is in her mind. She is experiencing this journey. Now, what this realm is, what this desert realm is a whole other question, because every single one of the realms our characters have landed in is vastly different from the others. It's almost like the realm she landed in is the one she needed to go to.
Yes, each of them, like even like Wolfbane, like landing there, meeting this guy that she was attracted to, or Bobby, Sunspot, just living the life with the with the girls and the clubs and everything else. Yes. I thought about that. Like if you take any character and put them in and just swap them with somebody else, I mean, I know Greg thinks this whole thing's already wonky, but that really would have been wonky even more so.
But I mean, you look at Cypher, who's basically treated like he's useless. He goes to a place where he is considered valueless, right? Yeah. Each one of them lands in a place. Yeah, I'll blow Greg up big for this discussion. Yeah. If you look at each one of their journeys and where each one of them lands, there's a purpose and a point to it that was accidental on the part of the Enchantress, but maybe intentional on the part of the universe or on the part of Ileana, because it gave each of them what they needed.
Yeah, and I think your description is spot on. And I was gonna joke and say, so what you saw in the little girl not really being there is very similar to Jack on Titanic with Rose, right? And it really, she got herself through that whole trauma.
But we'll continue the story because that's where the story goes. Warlock notices, oh crap, all of our friends are here. This is bad news. They're all super powerful. They've all been demonized. And Jean is like, no, I'm not going to be a slave like this again. Like I've lived through this experience. It was traumatic and I'm better now. And before Doug can get any way to safety, he is basically given a mech suit of armor. And Warlock is like, no, let's fight together. He creates this like Transformer battle suit to protect him, and they can go into battle as a team. Yeah. And then Cannonball comes flying in. Sam is carrying Magma into the fray, and he starts crashing into people, and they realize this is all part of what Enchantress has in store for them. And she is watching through this device. She is watching all of this battle play out. And that's when Jean's like, no, you know what? I can figure out how to fix this. And she uses her power to shut off the viewing screen or the viewing tool that Enchantress is using so that she can't watch what's going on. It's an intentional move by Jean to outsmart the Enchantress. And yes, God, Greg, I love you.
Hold on, Tony's behind though, so we don't know what part.
That's what I'm here for, Candace. Whether you like the story or not is completely up to you. Whether you think it's successful or not, completely up to you. I, on reread, feel like it was more and more successful each time I reread it. And having all the prior knowledge I have going in, it worked well for me. The chaos of it is absolutely still there and unforgivable in its own right. But for me, the layers of meaning are there. There is definitely some deeper stuff happening. Greg?
I am flabbergasted right now. Like, I have never.
It's a triple-sized issue, Tony. Get your.
I have never in my life seen someone spin something so masterfully to take a turd and shine it up real nice for you, Clark. Like,
yep. I'm here for you, buddy.
There was a moment where I said, like, is this true? Like, is this all?
It is.
Like,
yep.
I'm in shock that you can find that much deep meaning in this book that I think you're reaching.
I'm absolutely stretching, but I'm basically building subtext around what's not told, because there is, to Claremont's shock, or to my shock of Claremont, almost no exposition here, no big dumps of information, no big blocks of text. And I think that's because it's leaving it to us to find that stuff. And that's what I took away on repeat reading. Whether you think it's there or not, or whether you think it's accurate or not, is up to you. Because again, it's all subtextual.
It is, and I'm just impressed. Now, I will never be able to say, like, when I reread this issue, I got that, because I don't think there's any way in hell I will ever read this issue again in my life.
You own your birthday book there, buddy.
Yeah.
It's not. We found out it's not my birthday book, thank goodness. And I'm going to raffle this off at the end. You can have this lovely issue. All
It's
to
been
yourself.
wiped,
It'll be-
God knows where. I'm actually working on a 5th drink of Crown Royal watching this. There you go. See?
Listen, I'm not. I
I
haven't
hope you
had
hit the
enough.
thumbs up button, Tony. It's right
I
there.
have not had enough
underneath the screen.
bourbon for this. This is, yes, Matt, this is a Jedi mind trick for all. These are not the mutants you're looking for. This is actually a good book, Greg. It's not. And the kudos to you for trying to make deeper meaning out of this book than the cluster F of a acid trip dream that this book is.
Well, Justin, do you want to add anything? I think I already went to you on this page, but is there stuff you want to mention here? We did share a little bit.
No, just I mean, I'll just point out some of the artwork again. I mean, I've kind of been through and through, but yeah, I mean, even like, you know, Shan, look at her. She's hot, you know, like, the other thing I wanted to highlight was the team up. Like that was, to me, that was again, I know we talked about it earlier as we got like a little glimpse, but this was like the official, hey,
all the bad guys, right? All the demonic.
No. I'm talking about Warlock and Doug.
The
suit,
the mech suit,
the actual suit. Like they pretty much communicated that there and said, hey,
when he looks like a transformer,
let's do this.
It's a
together.
GoBot, but
yeah.
True.
So I thought that was really cool. But anyways, you keep it going because I know we have a lot.
Well, we jump back to the Enchantress's castle where she's basically woken in the morning to hear the sounds of her troops returning, and she's like, "Oh, awesome! I wasn't able to watch the finale of my favorite show, but I'm glad to see my demonic crew rolling back." And she's cackling away when they reveal, "Fooled you? No, we shut down your viewer screen, and then we rescued all of our friends and took them out of the trance, and now we're gonna kick all your asses." And they bum rush the Enchantress, and they start throwing everything they've got at her and her troops. She finds out quickly she can't control some of them. The Enchantress has this ability, of course, to enchant characters. She's done it to Thor many times, lots of Avengers. She can't control some of them. And Jeanne is basically running as quickly as she can, controlling this demon Ileana to try to lead her to where she knows Ileana is captured. And Ileana has this great shot of her battered face where she just says, "About bloody time." She's just been waiting, because if you read this book the way I do, Ileana knows she sent them to the best possible places they can go, giving them the best possible chance for this ending. You can read it however you want, but she says "about bloody time" as a way of basically saying, look, I've been waiting for you guys to figure this crap out and get back here. So here Jeanne is. She reunites the two forms of Ileana, the demon and the frail, injured person, and just is about ready to combine them here.
Yeah,
this is
Greg. That makes sense to you, right?
No, you're putting this Avengers Endgame spin on this of like, if each individual character didn't go to the exact location, if Hawkeye and Black Widow didn't go to that spot, if anyone else went there, then they wouldn't. Like one chance. You guys, literally the beginning of this book, you talk about how she's trash at her job as a mutant with her stuff, and now you've come to this exposition at the end where it's magnificently, she has figured out that she did it purposely, wonderfully, beautifully done. But an hour and a half ago when we were talking about this, she didn't know what she was doing. She's immature.
Has it been that long? I blacked out.
And now this is wonderfully crafted to fit your narrative.
I don't know, wonderfully crafted, but I do think it implies that she had some agency, and certainly
the amount of politician talk you got going on right now, my friend.
Greg, you remember the famous play when Eli Manning in the Super Bowl, he was about to get tackled, not in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs, and he looked like he was going down, and then he popped out of nowhere, threw it, and the guy caught it off his helmet. Famous helmet catch. I don't know if you've seen that. But this is that. This is like,
no, it isn't.
Ileana,
no, it isn't.
Yeah. Nope. This is she is Eli Manning here. This is what's happening here.
This is absolutely not. Nope.
This is not what was meant, but she's doing the best with what she had, and she figured it out, and
ultimately she's saying the line to Jeanne. So you could argue that she was the only one that landed where Ileana wanted her, in the sense that she would be the only one that could save her and free her.
Yeah, she was the key to all this.
But yes, that's the moment we're built on here, where Ileana looking honestly as badass as they've ever made.
I love the panel. Yeah,
that panel of her. Yeah, right. So good. She's just absolutely black-eyed, bloody, sweaty, looking awful, and just like unleash me because this girl needs to get some. I'm here for you, buddy.
I knew I'd strike a chord with Tony.
Screw
There.
I forgot that was against Tony's team.
You know,
Tony's on all caps now. He can't even spell you right. It's
Yo,
three
Lord
letters.
of the-
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
misspell.
Helmwent.
Helmwent. Yeah. Wow.
Justin.
That's a lot of. That's a
I don't
lot
know
of
how to
spelling.
say Helmwent in a Boston accent, but
I'm gonna continue us along.
Yeah,
here,
keep
Yeah.
it going. Yeah.
So then, yes, the big fight happens. They face down against the Enchantress in the bikini. She's back in her bikini again. Ileana is basically like, nope, this girl's not going to have it. And there's a couple of just really great panels where ultimately they shut Enchantress off from her abilities just long enough to allow Ileana to teleport all of them to Limbo. She takes everybody to her own home where she has complete dominion and control, and Enchantress's abilities amount to almost nothing. This is where they basically entrap her and give her to Sim, the demon who took care of Ileana at one point in her backstory, the big pink guy or purple guy. And he's like, oh, a play toy. He's very excited to have this thing to play with. And they're like, just don't kill her. But anything else you want to do, go ahead and have fun with it. Everybody is left kind of going like, I don't know what's going on here. But hey, does everyone remember Storm was with us? There was something with Storm. Maybe we need to go help her. And then they're all basically like, okay, to be continued in X-Men Avengers 9. We got to go help Storm. And that's kind of how it wraps up there. Greg, how you feeling about the ending here? We're at the end, gang. We're at the end.
I love how the black eye just magically disappears. And
which guy?
the black eye.
The black eye disappears.
No, this was the 80s. There wasn't a black guy in this.
Black. Oh, you mean in the panel in the top in the center where she's got the red background?
I'm just saying, like, she had a massive black eye
Right.
that no longer exists anymore.
I mean, that's a good point. It's not drawn in there.
That's all I'm saying is
Maybe it's when she combines the two halves of her person. They
sure.
heal
Let's
some
spin
part
it
of her.
more. Let's spin
Sure.
this book more, John. Let's cover.
I
up
mean,
the pause.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Let's spin gate this more here. Let's go
Yeah.
for it. Why
I'm
not?
down. Spin gate.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
the standalone spin gate. Ileana heal. Yeah, she does have some healing abilities, right, Jackson?
Of course she does. Why not?
Yeah. The flow of this story lets me know one thing, an absolute truth. When Claremont was finally coming down from his trip, Wizard of Oz was on TV in the background. There's no place like home. There it is.
I have no more words. Justin, why don't
All
you
right,
talk? So I
Justin,
can refill. for
Fine.
the end.
We can get into these pages and then jump
Yeah.
into final thoughts and all the goodies.
Yeah, again, the close-ups with Enchantress, gorgeous
Yeah.
artwork. Love the detail. Even the battle scenes of them bursting through the wall.
Yeah.
Danny and Wolfsbane and everybody else as she tries to take them all on at once. And then once she gets to Limbo, like I'm just hyped. I'm like, yes, like here we go. Like Ileana is fully in control again. This is why I love her so much. Like she's got so much power, and it's still a team thing, right? Obviously she still needed them to do everything they did to get her back to together again. But like I was just hyped that she had full control over here. She's like, oh, by the way, here's my buddy Sim. Like, why don't you introduce yourself? Like all that stuff. And Sim's like, oh, thanks. Comes on and it says yum or whatever. And by the way, I wanted to highlight down the middle bottom panel. That's Gumby. That Warlock is. His shape is Gumby. I don't know if
Please look closer on the slideshow here.
Gumby. When he says poke.
Oh yeah, he is. He's in the shape of
head.
Gumby in the bottom middle there,
like,
right next to the Pegasus.
Just to highlight
that's funny.
another
Another pop culture reference.
Yeah. Other than that, I found it very interesting that, like, again, going back to what you pointed out, it kind of worked out for a lot of them where nobody wanted to leave at this point. They talk at the end, and Sam is the only one that's like, hey, I think we should go back to Earth. We should get the X-Men. Like, we should, and I get, like, he's the cautious one. He's partial leader, but everybody else makes great points as to, like, why they either don't need to go back to Earth or they love where they're at now currently. So I just found found that interesting too, that there were Sam's like, really? Like all of you want to stay? Like none of you want to go back to Earth right now? So yeah, just something else to point out. I was wondering how this was going to end, and like it didn't crossed my mind of like, oh, we're actually not going to get an ending. Like, but like maybe a page or two before this, I was like, we still have all that Storm stuff that we got to figure out, you know? Yeah. And when I get to the end, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's not in here. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, wild half story.
I would have chucked this into myself into rehab rather than partake this. The weirdest issue I've ever encountered. I mean, that's a high bar. I think some of the ones we read last time with Greg were just as weird as this one.
Yeah. Matt said he was like newer to, or he said he wasn't familiar. I think anybody who wasn't familiar of New Mutants, this is not a, if you are a fan, you are familiar with all these characters, like, I think this is a lot better than.
Stop.
Really?
Stop, Justin. This is you're doing what John's you're doing John's least favorite trope now of like, oh, just make it to the third season. The third season of this TV show gets good. Like,
it's magic. It's all magic, baby.
You got to hold out till the third season. And once you get to the third season, everything makes sense. Everything's good. Then you can go back and appreciate the free.
I love John's voice here that you're giving him, Greg.
Yeah. It's accurate. But
John hates that, and that's what we're doing here.
Let's get into some final scores here, gentlemen. Final thoughts. How would you rank this story? Greg, you are absolutely going first. Justin's going to catch his breath here and get to think over how he wants to grade this thing. CGC score, whatever you want to do, Greg. How you want to rank this book? Final thoughts.
We're going out of 10.
Sure.
We usually do CGC. Just clarify.
You do you, buddy.
Yeah.
There's
no negatives, right?
This is detached cover. Staples are worn.
That's well loved right there. That's what we call that.
Or it's crumbled up. I mean, if I'm being honest, 2.5. Like, it wasn't. Is it the worst book I've ever read? Probably not.
Probably not.
Is it the one of the most convoluted stories despite John's Spingate at the end? Yes. A solid 2.5.
All right.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Justin, where are you at?
Coming from somebody wwho doesn't know the characters, obviously is thrown into this. Like,
no, don't try and spin it like it's a positive score. If you're gonna try and spin my 2.5, I'm giving it a 1, a 0.5. Like,
I'm surprised. I'm shocked you gave it anything higher.
I'm trying to at least be like the art was good throughout it for the most part. Like,
doesn't CGC do 0.5s technically? I thought you'd go.
Sure, fine. But if you're trying to spin my 2.5
white bikini pages.
If you're trying to spin it as a positive rating, it 100% is going 0.5. Don't even try and spin this into a positive. Like, 2.5 is not bad for Greg.
It's the context. We're here.
No, then it's a 0.5. No, it's a 0.5.
Read these characters.
No, stop. It's a 0.5. You ruined it. You ruined it by trying to spin my 2.5 to make it that probably is like, if you've read it before, it makes it a 7.5.
I am clipping the first part that you gave it a 2.5. That was
fair.
That's your pick. So yeah, I mean the Shan stuff was definitely significant. I also think that the Doug stuff was significant to me, like just learning more about his connection with Warlock, but also seeing where his mind was at, just from being a mutant standpoint, still being very new to him compared to the rest of the team. It absolutely is crazy. Like, I as I was reading this, I was like not looking forward to knowing that we were going to take time for each story and go through each thing. Like, before I got to it, like I was not looking forward to it, because I'm like, I ultimately don't care much about these other worlds that they're in. Like, how significant is this going to be otherwise? Like, Shan's in the desert. Like, what's that have to do with anything? And like, once they're back, that's not going to mean a thing. Like, that's how I felt as I was going through this. But as I got through everything, and I do think I agree, John, on a second read, a third read, you get to put more pieces together. You get to see it more from a perspective.
Third read, y'all read this?
Yeah. You get to see it from another perspective of the big picture stuff, because it's hard to like remember everything that's going on too in one initial read. Like, you're like, wait, so where was Doug at again? And or I thought was he the one washing dishes, or was he with the dog? Yeah, like, all these different things. So it is hard. I mean, it's a lot for a one-time read or a first-time read. So with that said, and I wanted to highlight the art. I mean, I've been highlighting it, but I feel like not enough. I really, really love Art Adams' artwork overall, and I love the stuff that we got in here, front to back. Like, everything was fantastic. So between all that and just talking it out with you guys, and John, I think you made some really good points and stuff. I'm putting it up there to like eight. I'll leave it at 8. I think that's a fair grade, so that Greg's mind doesn't.
I wish I'd blown it up before you given the grade. The journey of Greg was a very enjoyable one.
8 CGC Greg is like a 6, you know, like in a real scale of
8?
Like 1 through 10. You know, I'm only 3.5 higher than you. You know, it's not.
No, I give it a 2.5 before you tried to fancy it up. And the 2.5 was, I literally said the 2.5 was because of the art. The art was was solid throughout it.
So. Yeah. For me, I would put our alone like that's like
okay. So if it. So 2.5 is not a good score, so don't try to make it a good score. And
I think it's really good coming from you.
8?
I think it's really good coming from you.
Well, I'll have what you're having. Like, holy Harry met Sally. What are you taking?
Yeah, dude. Yep. I enjoyed it. A lot of key elements for me in here.
Oh my gosh, the kings of spin here. Let's go, John. What's your score?
So yeah, I mean, I definitely am happy to spin this. For me, it was, I would say 7.5 is where I finished out. I thought there were definitely some meaningful stuff. My biggest issue was the choppiness and the jumping all around. But I feel like on a reread, and again, Greg, I had to make a goddamn slideshow out of this. You shut your trap. I had to spend time screen grabbing every single panel and then building a slideshow out of it. So, I mean, and I had to go through several times just to shrink and condense this down.
Time out. You're gonna make me feel bad for you of doing something that you've put on yourself.
No, I'm happy with it. But that
I didn't want to like.
Journey was part of my 3 readings and part of the reason why I think I came out with the feelings that I did about the journey of the characters. Jean's story was great. I thought that was the highlight for me. Ileana's story was really powerful. I really enjoyed that. You give me Storm in crazy outfits and Loki, I was like, give me more of that. So I had a lot of fun with this book. A 7.5 just for how choppy it was on the reading and how jumpy it was, going all over the place. But having all the background information, I definitely was able to pick up the pieces very easily. So I wish they'd controlled the blondes a little bit more. There was a lot of blondies.
Chat saved me. I want to know the chat score.
The chat is definitely dropping their grade.
You saw Bobby. Bobby threw that 9.9 up there.
No, Bobby's drunk. No, like I want your legit scores. Someone save me from the 7.5 and the 8.5 here.
JP says 6.
Yeah,
fine. 6. That's better.
Bobby said 9.9 white bikini pages. Jackson said 7.5.
Yeah.
Matt says 10 therapy sessions.
Yes,
he ranked it for you, specifically for you. But that's what I had so far.
9.955. Okay,
I give it a 7.5 for John's version only.
Again, your spin, you spun it. So
5.5 from Matt.
Without the spin, what would it be? That's what I want to know.
John has the biggest curves of any. No, sorry. The big curves are why we put John into administration out of the classroom. I get it. And yeah, let's not also forget, I think Art Adams did a very good job on the character artwork here. And there were several panels that were like emotionally like just powerful. When you see Jean for the first time and she's just in that horrible state and just completely falling apart. Plus, and then her journey to the end where she's just like, no, I'm not doing this again, and I'm just going to throw down.
The time jump was cool. So weird because no one else had the time jump, though.
I agree.
That was just that.
But, and they don't fully explain it, so I totally understand being frustrated by that. For me, it worked because everybody's location where they went had its own bizarre reality to it. Like everybody, like Warlock landed in literal hell with the Queen of Hell. Like. Everybody went to some crazy places.
Ileana's powers.
Warlock landed on John's Comics with Friends channel talking about X-Men books is where he landed.
But we've seen Ileana really go in random. We're talking the word random, like the most random things sometimes. By accident, timelines and everything where it just didn't make any sense, and that's just like part of it. It's just like that's how I took it.
Also, this is not a joke.
We got to get to the MVP.
We took it. Wait, we took it. Oh, go ahead, Greg. Go ahead.
This is a legit question because you guys keep pronouncing it that way, and I keep seeing the chat. But like, doesn't Storm pronounce her name Shan? when she talks to her at the beginning.
You mean Jean, the Karma.
Yeah.
Shan. Yeah, I say Shan.
But I've seen it spelled every other way. Like
it's spelled Xian. That's the
right.
the
Storm
Vietnamese spelling.
Storm is written when she says it Shan.
Yeah.
Shan, she pronounces it Shan. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it goes back and forth.
They just call her the same name but spell it different throughout the book, is what you're telling me.
Throughout the whole.
There's the lowest grade we've got just for you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. that that I'm not going crazy because you guys kept saying it that way, but she said it differently.
Yeah, it's almost like that I don't know why or how they came up with that.
There's been several comments. I think when the character first popped up, we highlighted the fact that the character's name did go through all these iterations over the years, and it was partly, hey, shocker, racism on the part of the fact that all these white writers
don't know
how to write a character's name and they didn't know how to pronounce it.
That's a good point. You did point that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was trying to
actually
be like, because like when I read it, it literally says Shan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say too, but with the artwork, like you got to remember, Greg, we've been dealing with John Romita Jr. for the last.
Yeah.
It's been brutal, dude. It has been pretty rough. I don't know how you feel about him, but
I don't know. I got the tail end of Bill Sienkiewicz last year, so
I love Bill. But
I do too. But I feel like he was phoning it in there a little bit at that end on those ones.
But yeah, the Romita stuff definitely has been a rocky ride.
I love that Albert has just been in the background the entire time, and the only two comments have been
he's made the same comment twice.
Albert.
Yeah,
and
it's so great.
It's so true.
Love that.
I love it. God bless you, Albert.
Yeah, he posted a really great.
For the full 2 hours.
He had an Instagram short he posted the other this morning or yesterday morning. It was great. Another one of his projects he was working on. Very, very good, sir. Spider-Man, Zombie Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken. MVPs. This is some new segment. Greg has never had to do it before. Greg, we're trying to pick a character, some element of the book that was the most valuable part of it for you. You can go first if you want, Greg. What was the MVP of this?
No,
comic?
I want to go last because I need.
Okay.
I have to have some time. You can't spring who's the best character in a book like this and think I have something on the top of my head ready to go.
Then
I will ready
then,
there.
I'm gonna pick Karma tonight. I'll pick Karma for the most important, most valuable character because honestly, she made this book really enjoyable for me. And the reason why it had such a positive score in any way was her. So for me, the MVP would be Jan Karma.
Love that. I was gonna go with the team, the duo here for MVP, and go with Doug and Warlock. Again, just seeing their relationship grow and knowing that Doug, as helpless as he feels, is not at all when with the powerful with the friends that he has, and Warlock being who he is, just being like, hey, let's just do this together, man. Like, because Warlock's still learning a ton too, so I think they're they could be deadly together, and they have been. We've seen in more recent stuff. So that was good. I do want to highlight Sunspot. He could have been a close MVP second because he lived the life in this entire issue, and like all the way up to like even him picking up Volstagg was just like a riot. I just love
how many Asgardian STDs do you think you picked up?
Short time. Definitely. And he wanted to stay. He's ready. He's like, why do I want to leave?
I mean, why would you leave? Why would you leave? Right?
Fantastic.
Damien, hello to you, Sleepy Reader. Okay, Greg, you got your wish.
Gang, I got to give it back to the Ed Grimley Giant. Like,
there you go.
MVP right there. Like, and the other Giant who I was so caught up by the Ed Grimley reference that like the other Giant who actually spoke, he's like, my brothers, like that's how he does brothers. Like, I love it. Like, so and he goes, I am falling. I am falling. Not I am. Like the stupidity of the story defined by these three Giants who were never mentioned why they were there or not. But shout out Ed Grimley Giant and my brothers.
There you go.
So
home run. The math, you could get a 9.8 in for $90 of this book. There are 106 of them. Greg.
Why?
Important key elements. The New Mutants take a field trip to Asgard and Karma gets her S together. Warlock becomes a mech suit for Doug. Storm goes through many changes, and there's a Longshot cameo.
See what you did there. See what you did.
Any thoughts on the money? Greg says, why would you spend $90 or why would you get 106 of these slabbed?
There are 106 of these slabbed on
in a 9.8 alone.
Y'all are tripping. Like I slabbed some worthless comics, but come on.
I mean, technically, there's a literal value to this. It's not worthless. And $90 is the value.
Yeah.
No, it's. I don't. Why? Why is it $90? I will. I'm literally said I would give this comic away. It's going to cost me more in shipping to send this to somebody than it's actually worth.
I don't know how you wanted to do this, Greg, but I'm happy to like randomize at the, or maybe we do it next week on Justin's channel. We can say this: everybody who wants the book can leave a comment on the video when it's posted. The comment should include the hashtag Justice for Greg.
There you go. Oh, I love that.
If you leave the comment Justice for Greg once this video gets posted,
done.
We'll spin a wheel with all the names on it and give the book to somebody.
And you let me know. You let me know who gets it. I will. That's 100%. Once this goes off live, post it so that way it gets the algorithm to like go comment on this.
I'll share it on Instagram and people can go leave
hashtag Justice for Greg. I will send you this, and to make it work,
the book.
I'll throw some other stuff in there. That's
if we're able to get a certain number of people leaving the hashtag, we can give Greg a higher pick in the next season to give him a better shot.
Ooh, hold up. How many? No, this is good. Let's workshop this right now. How many shows do you usually do in a season?
Usually it's about 20 something.
Okay, so let's start at 20. I'm last pick. Okay. Every single Justice for Greg comment after this video posts, I move up a spot in the ranking higher.
Next season there are 29 episodes.
So fine, that still gives you guys a lot to work with, but I move up.
Okay, so every comment bumps us up to Greg can get another.
I start at 29
spot.
I start at 29.
Okay.
And then every comment, it goes up to 28, 27.
Okay. So
you're saying use the pick? That's the pick. You get
I'll get up to, that'll be up to my
if
pick.
29 people leave the hashtag,
I get the number one pick.
He gets the number one pick.
Oh, okay.
If 28
it would take
comment,
29.
I get the second pick.
Like
29 hashtag Justice for Greg.
It's got to be different accounts. We can't have the same person.
Yeah.
It has to be legit. Like I don't want
one
this
per
account.
In. Yeah.
No. Love it.
You too could win a comic and make sure Greg gets first pick on next season.
Justice for Greg. Please.
I love this. I love it. Well, you survived. We're at 2 hours and 7 minutes. I don't know if we're at a record at this point, but we're definitely nearing it.
You got Justice for Greg after this is posted, Damien.
Yeah. So this is what you post as a comment on the video after it's finished being live. So you can post that comment afterwards.
Jackson Roy Kirk, I love you.
He's gonna make 28 accounts just to do that. No one is doing this. No one wants the book.
Yeah, right. Imagine just crickets.
Don't you see how there's a victory in that?
Yeah.
Like whether we get 29 people and Greg gets to pick first is a victory.
Yeah.
Or whether nobody comments and Greg gets the last pick and has the worst book, it's still a victory. There's still a lot of winning happening. Hashtag more views for John.
Bobby says I'm gonna get he's going for the number one.
Here's the reality of the fact. I'm gonna forget about this in a week, and then John's just going to then say next year, like, do you want to be on this episode? I'm like, sure, okay.
I'm just gonna send you an address and say, here's where the book goes.
Yes, there you go.
And then I'll find the person.
I'm gonna forget that we have this, and I'm still, even if I get the number one pick, I won't know the difference. And I'm like, sure, and he'll give me the last pick still. So like,
there you go.
I'm not that cruel, but I am that funny. We've got 4 trivia questions, gang. These are about issue 199 over on Justin's channel 3 weeks ago. So your chance now to get on the wheel, entertain Greg, or just be correct and get the correct answer. We got 4 questions. Justin gets to go first with the first question.
All right, my first question is, where did Nightcrawler teleport Blob during their battle in issue 199?
Where did he send him?
You had the what was
I
their
can
name?
Guess, right?
Not the evil mutants.
There's the Jackson Roy Kirk with the.
Oh, there you go. About time. Yeah.
I get a guess, right?
All that I remember was that I was on it.
Come on, Candace.
Candace is hilarious. I mean, you can certainly guess, but you can't award yourself a point.
No, but I can guess. That's all. And if I get it right, I get it on the wheel. That's all I want to know.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you, sir. He teleported him to a hot tub. To the top of Mount Washington. To the Washington Monument. Sorry, to Cleveland. To the Washington Monument. To the Washington Monument. So we got 2 correct answers already.
Yeah.
You got Adam and you got Lasso.
Yep.
So 1 and 1. But we've also got Cleveland. No clue. I'm totally brain dead after this show.
I said Germany, so I was off.
Yes, the Gulf of America. I think he meant Gulf, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
To a show called Omni Super Pro where Greg thrives. To Tamlin's library.
I love that y'all are. You now see like y'all just coming in right where it's like, yes.
Yep.
The better.
All right, Greg. What do you like? What's the winner?
What do you think? Good golly,
Albert.
Yeah.
All right, Albert.
So good. Heck yeah, you know me. You know me and my fairy smut. Yeah.
Crushed that. All right. My first question is when Mystique is trying to make a deal with the government agent Valerie Cooper, which celebrity does Mystique impersonate? Which celebrity does she appear as? Mystique can change her appearance, right? So who does she appear as? Hey, the boy who had 7. Thank you for coming by, Matt. I appreciate you, friend. The first 2 correct answers are Matt from Impressed and Adam makes stuff up. He's Reagan, Ronald Reagan. And let's see, Impressed. There you go. The comedy stylings, we got Johnny Carson.
That was mine. I can't. Well, I actually
Tom
thought
Cruise.
it was a legit guess. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Martin Short in a bikini. Diana Ross. I don't know who Tom Selleck is, but I get it. I did the joke. The King of Highburn. Oh, really? That was a deep, bold cut there. So, sorry, Bernie Kosar.
Wow. I think Matt is trying to play on the Ohio thing for me. Knowing I'm not Cleveland, though. I'm Columbus. And if you go sports fandom, I'm Cincinnati. I do like the Cavs, but that's the only Cleveland team I like. So I really don't associate with Cleveland. So I'm just letting you know, Browns love. The Cleveland Browns is not going to get you anything.
Diana Ross with an A+ wig.
I'm gonna go with Matt H because Martin Short in a bikini is a throwback to this episode.
Yes,
Matt's been hanging out with us all episode long.
He has,
and so that's where I think that's playing to it. It was bringing a callback from the episode of something I said. I appreciated that.
And Matt, that is your first ticket on the wheel, and you can thank the Bearded Comic Bro for it.
Nice.
Justin, third question.
Yes. Who knocked out Destiny in the end, in the battle? Technically towards the end of the issue. Who was it that knocked out or defeated Destiny? Because she was on fire. I mean, she was crushing it.
She was on fire?
What was going on? Yeah. Jackson Roy Kirk with the line. I like it.
There you go, Matt. So you're entered to win when we do our big giveaway in June. You'll at least have 1 ticket on the wheel so far.
Nice. Remember, looking for funny answers too.
The dwarf fire extinguisher.
Well, I heard she was on fire, and if that's X-Men, that's how you can put them out. Apparently,
That's how it is. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got one.
Yep.
Destiny's Child,
which
is ironic because that's Rogue.
Yeah,
Rogue or Nightcrawler. I got several Kitty Pride answers. Kitty,
yes,
and Kitty. So those are the first 2 I see.
Ryan and Matt,
Magic Lasso and
the question was is who Destiny took out, right?
Sorry, it's Impressed.
Who defeated Destiny?
Destiny.
Yeah.
Then, man, I'm
Wolverine drank her under the table.
No, it's already done. Candace won. I'm a part of the Beehive, so throwing out a Destiny's Child reference.
Nice.
I've seen the Queen Bee 3 or 4 times in concert, so that speaks to my love. So.
Love it.
Feyre accidentally punched while drunk dancing to fairy wine. Ooh, lots there. A pudding pop from Bill Cosby. LL Cool J's mama. Lots
Mama
of
said knock you out.
Mm-hmm. Last question of the night. Mystique is attempting to arrest Magneto. Very big, high-profile arrest. Where does she choose to try to arrest him? What is the location she chooses to try to make this grand arrest? Where is Magneto when she busts in to arrest him? Because on retrospect, rethinking this over, Justin, Magneto had stopped being a villain in hiding, was just out in public as a human being. So this was a deliberate choice to arrest him here at this place in time.
Oh yeah,
she could have got him at a coffee shop, at a Denny's, like she could have got him on the subway. She chose this location.
Yep.
Kind of a bold decision, in my opinion.
Yep.
It was not the shower.
Sorry, I'm at the stage of I'm just copying what everyone else is writing to try and get on.
Trying to get the correct answer.
Yeah.
So far, there's not a single correct answer. Oh, Matt H. Oh my God. Woo. I mean, I guess I don't think any of these are right. I mean, there may be some elements here, but no, I don't think any of these are right. No. But there are some very entertaining answers. Oh, okay. We might have gotten one. We might have gotten one.
Yeah.
I'll give one. I think we got one. We got a winner. Oh, we got a winner. I'll give Lasso too.
Yeah, as I say, that's
my comment got blocked.
So I got Lasso, but I'm gonna give it to Adam as well.
I commented literally what Adam said, and it said this comment has failed to post to John's Comics with Friends.
I don't believe you then. I don't believe that you did it. Yes, it was a Holocaust memorial remembrance event. Like that's where she chose to make a big high profile arrest of a dangerous mutant, was at a Holocaust remembrance event. Yep. At the Foot Locker. I mean, that would have been a way better.
At least it shows that Lasso was still before me when I typed
that.
Is
all in the pages of a Super Bro comic book. Dang, JP's not his mama's. Anybody you like there, Greg? Anybody winning you over? Puerto Rico? In Puerto Rico. Immigration office.
Just because it was good. I'll give it to Applebee's.
Applebee. Oh, up at the top there. Let me scroll all the way back up.
Yeah.
It was the first comment under the start line.
I mean, it made me chuckle, and it's Applebee's.
Greg's like, and we're going over 2.5 hours almost. So
well, no, I thought there was a couple of others I thought about.
We're nearing. Definitely
nearing.
Greg, I mean, I don't want to say thank you, but thank you for taking the time for spending the hangout with us this evening. You always bring a smile to my face. I enjoyed talking legitimate, powerful, dramatic comics with you off air last night. Shout out to Traveling to Mars. I was off air. If you saw Greg's post today, several of us and folks in the chat were together talking about this great, amazing comic book. My favorite comic book of 2024. I absolutely love this book. I just got the hardcover in the mail today from the Kickstarter. This is an amazing book. And I was talking with Greg, and I was lucky enough to have Mark Russell, the writer of the book, there to hear his thoughts and hear his comments. So thank you, Greg, for doing one of my favorite things. It's probably going to be that I get to do in 2026. And nobody got to watch it, but the 6 of us that were hanging out together.
Yeah, I do for the chat. I do have it recorded, and I gotta make sure I clean it up and talk with because I kind of didn't tell people. Like, I asked if I could record it. They all said yes. But I never said like, oh, can I post this? So sure. I probably need to talk and make sure everyone's copacetic with it. But we did have Mark Russell on. So yeah, I started the book club a month ago.
Yeah, there's a whole Discord that Greg's got.
Nice.
If you are you still allowing people to join in?
If you want to
reach out to Greg.
If you want to hop into the Discord, find me on Instagram.
Currently they are reading Far Sector.
Yes, that was the book for January.
A great Green Lantern story, self-contained. If you want to check that out, great artwork, really phenomenal story.
Artwork is so good, and so I'm excited to read that. I haven't read.
So you can join that Discord. You can read along, and then sometimes there'll be a little group get together. We did a Zoom meet last night to talk about it, and of course, Matt and Prest. This arrived a day when I got home. I couldn't even hold it up last night to show off, but I'll show it up now.
Yeah. So if you want to be a part of the Discord, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. It's one of those fun things I'm trying to do of like, hey, how can I find some books and stuff like that? So I do a lot of interviews. That's my whole channel, is interviews with comic book creators. So I like to do these shows where I get to like do comedy with y'all and have fun and goof off, because I don't break that as much when I do the interview, because
Take a
like
little break, yeah.
so
but
it's-
Greg's YouTube channel is full of great creator interviews. If you want to hear the insight onto your favorite indie comic books, cruise over to Greg's channel, because he's always dropping new interviews, new breakdowns, and it's just really meaningful stuff, especially if it's a book that you've already found that you love, or a book you're curious about. It's a great way to kind of learn a little bit more.
So shoot me a message if you want to join the Discord. I can't guarantee that we'll always have the creator of said book on.
No, that was a rare one-off for sure.
Mark
it is
is
a great chance to share the love
Mark's
of the
a friend
stories.
He's a friend of the channel, and has been on multiple times. So like that was a safe bet. But
sure.
So we'll work on it. But yeah, I'm always working on interviews, always having fun conversation with creators, just talking about what, why they create what they create, and
sure,
that's what I do.
That's awesome, man. Matt, I'm so sorry to hear that. What a powerful, kind statement to share with all of us. I'm so sorry that you went through that. But I'm glad that we could distract and have some laughs about these funny books together. I appreciate you spending the time with us. I appreciate all of you doing that for sure. And again, the link for Justin is down below, because we're on his channel for the second half. If you want to see how this all wraps up, more Art Adams artwork, annual number 9, which I have read and I do enjoy and I do own, because it's got Storm on the cover throwing around Mjolnir. Of course,
it's an epic cover.
So if you want to read that with us and join us, that'll be an annual number 9. We'll be back over on Justin's channel next week for that. Thanks everybody for coming and joining us in the chat. Hit the like button on the way out, and we'll catch you all again next time.
Later.
Peace.